Chris, calm down.
All right.
Everybody else talks, it's like hitting yellow peaks. You talking, it's like fucking red.
I'm angry.
Chris, I get first word on the stream. Welcome back. We're playing some D&D tonight. How are you all feeling?
I'm tired,
Ready to murder.
Oh, sorry.
but I want
We're ready for a magical fantasy adventure.
Or rather, I just want to fly.
Oh no!
In
No!
my brand new ish. No, we don't have bards in this campaign. There's no singing.
We just got the MCA'd.
Yeah.
Isn't that like LFO or some shit? What is that?
It's not.
It's-
Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray. Oh my god.
Oh,
It's not in Zelenkov, so who cares? Go on, DM.
Welcome back to Zelenkov. We are here playing some more D&D. Quick recap of where we left off last time. The party is finishing up some downtime here in Silicon Valley after successfully rescuing Viesa and Andy Warsenok from the Spider Queen Corpia de Arancia, making a deal to track down the long-lost first son of Adronis Warsenok. Found out to be Foreign Singal, an individual that Vinteth has been searching for at least the last several months.
Find him. Bring him to me.
The party spent some time gathering supplies, waiting for their airship to be delivered and ordered, having some conversations with the Warsenok family, including Viesa, Lily, Ida Lily, and Adronis. Towards the end of your stay here, after gathering supplies, getting some much needed potions, magical paper and inks, different incense and spellcasting components, food and rations for your travel for at least the next month or so, in preparation for the airship arriving, we came to the evening before your departure. The airship should be arriving the next day. You had a nice dinner with the...
This little din-din.
Little din-din. You had a nice din-din with the Warsenoks. There we go. We got there. Some revelry and drinks were had, eventually breaking. Vinteth and Valir, you met with Adronis in his study as the rest of you gathered your, the rest of your belongings and started to pack up your bags and things that you've gathered in the last couple of days, finishing up any research or studying that you were doing. But Vinteth and Valir, you met with Adronis in his study to go over some information that you had found, bringing up a couple ideas you had about trying to send out some fake letters using Vinteth's illusory script and connections to places that Foreign Singal might be connected to. Upon referencing a letter or several letters that were never opened from Foreign Singal and his mother, Adronis looked at you stunned as he produced from a hidden compartment in one of his shelves what he claimed to be the last letter he was ever delivered. Basically, written cutting off connection from Mrs. Singal, or Miss Singal, saying that she understood why he couldn't return and didn't need to burden him any further. You learned that at some point from the letters that the money ran out that was being delivered from Adronis by his connections in Vertrag of House Varaxi. Upon confirming, as Adronis went back to the vault to find the rest of the letters that you claimed that he had never seen, that were still with the letters that he had gathered, he returned disheartened and confused as he claims that he had never seen any of these letters that were unopened. He gave you whatever information he could, told you he would research the person his employee that used to deliver the letters to him in secret, and whatever information he can get you from House Varaxi of old and current contacts. And
the name from last week, just confirming with the new one, Lindell. That's irrelevant, right? That is now Terethiel.
He threw a name out there that he thought sounded right. That's the name that you're going to get once he actually does the research from 300 years ago. He's a rich dude who forgot his employees' names.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
John senile. He's 400 years old.
That's like barely middle age. Or
Yeah.
middle age.
It's more so he's had so many employees over the years that he's just, and also completely distraught with the information that letters from his mistress and son were delivered and still kept in the house.
Does he like never check his fucking vault?
Why would a rich person do anything themselves when they can have people to pay for it? Like, think about the most rich people in this world. They don't do any basic stuff.
I imagine the broker like fucking perusing his vault by himself, going like, "Oh, I remember that magic item. That was fucking cool."
The broker takes inventory daily. Okay.
The broker's like one of those eccentric collector guys.
But anyway, we pick up Vinteth and Valir. You have left Adronis to his own devices and the other end of a bottle as he comes to grips with these letters, letting you take both the letter he thought was the last one that he received for evidence to kind of compare handwriting and do what you need to do, and all other letters except for the first one that was sent to him. So you guys have that. You can decide who keeps that in their inventory, but you have basically all the letters minus the first sent letter from the Singals, including the one fake letter.
Well, obviously I'm gonna be researching those, so I guess I'll take them.
We don't know who wrote the fake letter. We just got to confirm by Adronis that was not the handwriting.
Correct.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Between Adronis and Vinteth, you're able to sit down and kind of suss out like this was clear. It's a good forgery, and Vinteth, it took you a minute probably to read through it, but it was still a forgery.
Yeah, Andy would have the upper hand on me on that one.
Yep. But we pick back up the two of you walking through the halls of Warsanok Estate, heading back to meet with the party as they gather their things, preparing for tomorrow's departure and any other things you need to wrap up in Silicon Valley before you go.
I would just say to everyone, because I don't think anyone's stated this yet, all of you have 12.4K you have to decide what to do with, whether that's coming with us in some form or whether you're leaving it all here or whatever. Just wanted to remind everyone.
I'm at 12.4.
DM, on that note, because for physical weight purposes, can the Warsanoks convert gold to platinum with ease?
Given if you decided over the week, yeah, it's not a hard thing for them to make sure it comes in platinum, whatever the amount is. So yes.
I'm guessing we can't keep it in the bag of holding.
I think you could probably keep some of it in the bag of holding, but if it's gold and it's all of your gold, I'm not sure actually that we're actually potentially hitting capacity limits.
Bag of holding only has a carry capacity of 500 pounds.
And gold would be
50. It's any coin is 50 per pound.
Wow.
Jesus.
Damn.
All right, I think I have too much gold.
Can Andy get some bags of holding? Christ.
Yes.
Why didn't we ask him for that? We're fucking up. All right, yeah, money talk aside.
So 25,000 total coins. So, do your platinum conversions. I have no problem giving up some of the bag of holding space. You guys just gotta, do the back end math and how much is converting. What do you want me to store on my person, etc.
How much platinum would that be? You said 12.5?
10 gold is 1 plat, right?
17. Correct. So that would be 124 platinum each. Wait, no, I'm sorry. What? Oh my god, never mind.
1,200.
1,200 platinum each.
Decimal point goes over 1.
Oof.
Big maths. Yeah, Robbie's talking about money. I have a question for everybody. When we went into the house for Axie, did we find any paperwork? Any notes, books?
We didn't go anywhere except the basement, right? So I think all we saw were the bodies.
Yeah, I don't know if we recovered any sort of papers off of them or anything. I don't think we
So-
did.
so-
I opened up a chest. I found, a couple coins, just normal
Yeah.
gold, weapons, nothing interesting.
I remember we scoured the place, like we checked the bodies and like each room there, right?
Yeah, we checked that whole, yes, for the actual basement itself. We checked every room for sure, and the body. So
Yeah, I don't remember if we found any paperwork or not, but my idea was that if we did find something, I would like to compare the forged handwriting to that.
Yeah, so for a refresher for all of you, basically when you guys were in Morand, you found a majority of the bodies were actually at the orders hall, actually in the
Cells.
prison
Yeah.
essentially. When you made it to the actual house Faraxi, like the actual estate that they were building, they did not make it past the first floor. There were still walls, but they hadn't actually built up yet. They stopped halfway through construction. You found several other bodies that were in like the basement subfloor, but there was not a whole lot of information. There was a couple random, scattered items, a little bit of gold and coin, but not a lot of actual. Nobody had actually started living there yet, so there wasn't a whole lot of paperwork or anything.
Wait, so we broke into the order's hall with the seal?
Yeah, that was where Seven.
Oh my god, I had that backwards. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was the orders hall was where Seven dive bombed through the ceiling and released the giant smell of death and decay.
All right, yeah, that's why it was extra fucking weird that everything was sealed off and they were gone. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, it's all coming back to me.
Seven doesn't remember any smell.
wait, you crashed through. I thought we crashed. That wasn't the orders hall, right? He crashed through another ceiling.
No, that was the orders hall. That was the prison. That was the
Yeah.
where the Crowan people that were
So
supposed to be stationed there.
when did we visit House Faraxi then? Now I'm confused.
That was after.
Oh.
Vintet, or after you guys identified after Valir identified the fact that the people that were dead in case there were from House Faraxi,
Yep.
you did some research in the town, finding out that House Faraxi was building an estate.
Oh,
to
that's
move
right.
the
The untouched construction material, and
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
Seven stole his metal bars or door or whatever.
Correct.
I, for
Yeah.
That's
some
what I threw
reason,
my metal bars at.
had it backwards that we
But
broke into the house.
Correct. But the basement was also sealed off like the prison. And that's when you broke into the basement, found a couple more bodies,
Yep.
a couple of loose pieces of gold, but no paperwork or anything substantial because nobody had lived there yet.
Yep.
Well, that theory's out.
Yeah, I took
It
the
was,
prison
it was a good
door
attempt.
and then
it
the
was- it
iron
was a good
bars from
thought.
the fence that I ripped off from the property to get through.
Yep. But yeah, I will ask. Valir and Vinteth, as you kind of gather with the party, up to you how you want to relay this information, or have you already just info dump and have the conversation?
Yeah, I'll hand the papers back to Valir and let him explain everything. I had too much thinking to do.
Yeah, I just update the party to just telling them about the letters and stuff and how there's just been some shady activity with the last couple letters not being written by the same person, and that just to be, I guess, on guard, I guess, to see if they can remember anything, or I don't know. And remind me, the timeline of when he got the letters, it all made sense, right?
Yeah, so the timeline basically added up to the point where he had stopped reading letters when you found them in the basement. Like you got to a certain point when he stopped opening them. Everything seemed okay, everything seemed fine. The letter that he had, that was the last letter that he thought he received from his mistress, was right in that point where she started to get bitter and asked where the money was going. like why she
Mm.
was no longer receiving the money. Those were the sealed letters then pick up. Like first sealed letter that you read was, what happened with the money that was coming? Are you still coming here? Her starting to get
And
bitter, her starting to get
which-
sick.
The fake one was the one by Foreign himself. Foreign
No,
himself.
foreign is the real. Foreign was the last letter that was sent and was real. The fake letter was from his mistress, basically saying that she understood why he couldn't come
That
anymore.
one. Got
Don't
it.
worry about contacting me anymore, which
Uh-huh.
timing wise lines up with the last letter he didn't open.
Yep. Interesting. I wonder who.
Yeah. So yep.
Obviously, someone trying to stop him from, looking any further into Morand and everything going on there. But
My brain's like misfiring. I'm trying to remember because, like, all right, so the new letters, the sealed letters, were her being upset that the money wasn't coming, and then the forged letter was saying, "Don't worry about sending any more money."
correct. I think
Correct.
right. Yeah.
All right,
Well, it wasn't so much. Don't send any more money. It was more so.
Understood why.
Don't
he
worry
couldn't
about coming here.
come. Yeah,
Don't worry
you
about
don't have to
coming
come.
here. Don't expect me to be coming to Silicon Valley anytime soon. I understand that you're busy and you're building a town. Just, I'll keep raising our son.
Do your thing.
Type thing.
So it didn't say don't send any more money specifically.
Correct.
Okay, because I was
You do
operating under the
you.
assumption that, like, they were just taking the money and somebody
Yes.
forged it. So as
But
long
it
as
could-
that's
it-
in the fucking
it-
lane, we're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you info dumping or are you being selective when you tell us?
I think Valir said he was just dropping everything.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I don't really see need to like keep
So
anything like that.
so someone was motivated to prevent Andy from looking into that.
Yeah, seems like it. I don't know why. Don't know why anybody will keep that from him. Again, maybe somebody just. It's just weird because like someone must have read the letters beforehand or just knew the whole situation. I don't know who that is, but somebody else knew, and that's concerning considering my father kept, everything really close to the chest. He didn't really, not a lot of us or anybody even knew that he had another son. So it's a bit concerning how they got this information and knew of this.
Maybe it was Foreign's mother herself. I mean, think about it. She expected this money to be coming. Multiple letters to him that were unopened. He did not see, for whatever reason. She probably thought he had abandoned her entirely. Who's to say what she may have done, who she may have spoken to under those circumstances?
It's true. I don't know. It's not my father's a lot of things, but he's not one to just leave a person unattended if he is involved with them. So I'm sure he did his best to make accommodations for them. It must have been some third party trying to intercept whatever he was trying to do. I don't know who that is. I don't think it's Foreign's to go.
Well, we know the Firaxis were stealing money. So
Yes, they're our first suspect on the list for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Has Andy informed us who the Firaxis were from that period that were responsible for handling Morand?
The most he told me, it was just they were just another textile factory, same as us. Not as well known, obviously, but that's about it. He did some business with one of their relatives way back when. But aside from that, I don't think there's much else, like any danger from them or anything like that, as far as we know. But that's all I got.
Where are they currently? What's their current headquarters? What's their Silken Valley?
Oh, did he tell us that?
He
DM?
probably didn't specifically, but Valir, you being, again, involved in the textile world and understanding, that they are out of a track.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, they mainly worked in Vertrag, specifically out of Crowhaven. That's about it. As far as location wise, I'm not sure if they like expanded or anything like that, but they're definitely there for sure.
Got it. Well, thank goodness for that airship, because that'll be quite the journey back after we hit the wastes.
Yes, I'm so happy we have an airship. No more little tiny boats or anything like that.
Vessel.
Vessel, whatever.
Vessels.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just I know we said this plenty of times. The more we find out, the more questions we have.
I can't be surprised at this point. So
I hate the water. I hate the air. Every time we try to travel somewhere, something tries to kill us.
You.
Us.
yeah.
I knew
You.
Travin's kind of right about this one.
You hate the water, Vinteth?
Sucks to be you, I guess, Robbie.
Yes, it does.
But yeah, it's just been a lot, but I just feel terrible for my father. You know, he thought he was taking care of his first wife. I still forgot to ask if that was even his wife or not, but either way, mother of his child. And just knowing everything that's going on, not reading those letters that were in his vault, it's just a lot for him to.
Honestly, I didn't feel bad for him until I saw his reaction to the rest of the letters, and now I'm like, maybe he really did care about them. But
so you don't think at all he was full of shit? It really did seem genuine.
yeah, the man was heartbroken, genuinely.
That's quite unfortunate that was kept from him.
Absolutely. It's been hundreds of years. That's a long time, even for us elves.
That's what I'm saying. How do you not look through your vault in hundreds of years?
He's a busy man. I honestly, I barely spoke to him or saw him during my younger years.
Have you seen the family genetics? I'm pretty sure if the rest of the family let her, Viessa would just stay in her room making new garments until the day she passed.
Okay, the Worsenox invented the term workaholic. I understand. That could make sense.
Hey man, we have our own town. What can I say?
So the question then is that whoever was delivering the mail, why wasn't he presented with these sealed letters? I wouldn't believe that he would look at them and be like, oh, she said she wasn't going to mail me anymore, and then put them away.
Clearly, there must be some sort of agenda if he received all of them outside of the final 5.
Yes.
Exactly. So there's another question.
I'm sorry, final 7, for the one from Foreign and then 6 from the mother.
Essentially. I don't know. I tried to ask him. He tried to remember his own employee. He's see if he remembers, and I don't know, maybe that person is still alive. I have no idea, but if they are, well, we are going to question what in the world happened.
Well, we got more important people to find, but it'd be nice to get that
Absolutely.
man's name. Say Lindell? Something? I assume he's not going to give us the actual name until he actually sobers up and gets.
Yeah. Essentially.
Hmm.
But as for now, uh, I don't know. We have just so many things that we need to take care of.
Well, we do,
Yes.
but
'Cause-
right now we have a job.
Yes,
I'm
which I keep
sure-
forgetting
I'm
about
sure
the broker at times.
it's very easy to forget. It feels like years at this point, and it's been weeks. But we have a job. We're going to keep our eyes and ears open for all of this. Everything with your family, foreign, the Firaxes. But I do think for now, I think we can at least make our journey towards the waste, figure out what the hell is happening with these ley lines, and work on getting Zaishori to her people.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, like I stated, thankfully having airship is going to make travel so much faster. Well, assuming we don't get attacked by robots again, but
Please don't jinx us.
It's inevitable at this point.
I just whispered to Zaishuri real fast. Her new Valir's family was so dysfunctional. See me.
Say it again?
You were cutting out, Chris.
Oh, I was saying that I never knew Valir's. I was whispering to Zaishuri. I never knew Valir's like family was so dysfunctional. So much is going on here.
Yeah. I always kind of figured rich people have a lot of drama happening in the background. I feel like I'm getting a peek behind the curtain right now.
Speaking of things we need to take care of, Seven, what the fuck did you send to the broker the other day?
Oh,
What?
I forgot about that. Yeah, what the hell did you send him?
A letter.
Oh yeah, shit. At some point during the week, I guess we're retconning a bit. I know Vinteth and I said we were gonna message the broker because of Seven's yeah,
Yeah.
fun. I'd probably keep it brief.
did.
Let him know we're gonna be departing within a week, heading towards the waste on an airship, so he should receive more updates sooner. And just asking if he has any major updates. That's all I would have done.
Prio number 1, foreign Senegal. Prio number 1, foreign Senegal.
I would leave that to you.
Yeah.
Your side.
Cool. Yeah, you send a couple messages to the broker over the course of this week. He confirms your change in priorities and says he'll start working on research on foreign Senegal more adamantly. No major updates yet.
Considering that all this information about Firaxing stuff is like literally just happening, I would assume I would say I would be sending him another message tonight, updating him on that, and the connection between the orders hall and all that.
Gotcha.
We did inform him about all that stuff, right? I believe.
I'm pretty sure we told him about the ghost town with Moran.
Yeah. We told him about all of that. So I would just like update him on that. Like, oh yeah, we made this connection, and the name of the company was I don't have, but yeah, rival company with the Orsinox. There's a lot of shit going on that's connecting the dots. Hopefully that helps.
Yep. Easy enough, you guys. Between the two of you, you get the point across to the broker of what he should focus his information gathering on over the next couple weeks, and yeah, he updates you. Vinteth, the only thing you would get back of note, nothing has come up in his research recently, but can confirm Death's Embrace is on the move. We'll keep you posted on for what.
Noted.
Yeah, for sure.
Heard, JJ, heard.
Is that his name again? JJ?
JJ. I don't remember his actual name, but
Ah,
that's what Katori called him, I believe.
That's
that's
what
right.
Katori called him.
I don't think any of us were rude enough to ask.
Someone did get his name in this group, right? Like
Unless
his
his
actual
first name was Jonas, I have no clue.
Jonah Jameson.
Jeremiah.
Wait, what Jeremiah? You cut out.
Jeremiah
name.
is his first name.
Got it. Because I did want to start calling him by his name at some point. Like I felt awkward. Oh, hello, broker.
Maybe he
Like
takes
how-
it as a sign of respect to be called a broker. It's his designation, his own designation.
It's true.
Who cares? As long as he pays us, right?
I mean, I think Revi even and I think he even hinted this at one point. There's a lot of power in a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is better if I just continue to call him broker
Broker Chan.
out of that respect.
But yeah, is there anything else you wish to discuss or gather before your evening's rest, before the airship arrives and we continue our travels to Zepharel? Wow.
I would pull Robbie
Can-
aside.
Converting 10,000 gold to platinum, sticking it in my bag of holding. The rest is going to stay in my fund. Everyone else can do whatever they want. Yes, Vintet.
How outlandish do you think it would be to reach out to Katori or any other names that we've come across and met and talked to?
Honestly, I have no idea. Well, I guess my first question would be, what would you plan on asking?
I would say, hey, remember Zaishori? She has one of your swords.
My sword.
By the way, we're looking for so and so. Let's have a chat. Maybe he could tell us some cool shit about the sword. Maybe he could do some research. Maybe he knows something. He seems like a very connected, well-informed guy. Maybe not so much as the broker, but, different people, different experiences.
Could be worthwhile, though admittedly, I mean, I think it was very much implied by his presence at the broker's soiree. A very powerful, influential character of some kind, and admittedly, while I was familiar with the sending magic, I guess sorry, before I do this, DM.
Mhm.
How willy-nilly are people about sending in this world? As someone who is surrounded by mages, is this just it's all over the place, or is it more of it's kind of reserved for, like, this is still considered to be powerful magic? It's still a little bit more reserved for things of importance outside of the debt collection we're well aware has been happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've seen it used for debt collection. It's powerful magic, but it's not uncommon just because of
Would it be considered like uncouth? Would it be considered rude to send a message to someone that we've only like passively met? Someone in that if it is, it's fine. I just want to know, if we're being offensive or not when we do it.
I feel like it wholeheartedly depends on the message you send.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's not something that if you're used to magic, you're unused to.
Got it. Venteth, I mean, I think the lead-in with the sword is a good idea, and I would stick with that maybe for a couple of messages. Maybe not make it so clear that we're reaching out specifically just to try to pry some info out of him. I'm not sure exactly how I'd finagle it, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he knows that we're working for his friend, so I wouldn't think it would be outlandish to ask a simple question like, "Hey, keep an ear out."
Well, given what we saw at that party, was everyone in that room necessarily his friend?
Well, Katori seemed like
Katori,
friendly,
yeah.
specifically. I'm not gonna say, "Hey, let's reach out to Rabble Garand."
No, I would think not.
The only other one I could see, excuse me, being worth reaching out to is maybe Dwellin. Dwellin's noble. Might have
Well,
access to channels other people don't. But I don't think Dwellin's really going to be in the assisting his employer's other employees kind of mood. So Katori's who I settled on.
Yeah, I don't think he would be a smart choice either if we're especially going to that. We'll find out more.
Dwellin does what Dwellin does. But Katori seemed amicable.
well, yes, I don't think I'll have much luck reaching out to Mr. Delari Kreskai. He
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill him, aren't we?
yes, well, I was going to say, but there is reason to reach out to him separately.
That's a good
Going,
point.
by the way.
Vintet, give me an insight check.
This is my little thing. Move. 12.
Cool. There is an intense burning on your hip.
I figured as much, yeah.
Ah,
The Armand's feeling better.
oh, was what? Oh, yeah, because I would wait.
And you mentioned
did
the
he-
name Crest guy, and he
Oh, was he feeling off?
I would say so, considering that I think I almost killed him and us accidentally.
Oh,
And Andy.
oh, he's been quiet since all of that. So
I'm pretty sure that he's been recuperating. I fed him some souls energy. I don't know what the fuck happened, but he's been quiet.
well, if he wakes up, ask him if he knows anything about foreign Senegal.
Honestly, I don't even remember what I've asked him so far already. I got distracted and I was like, why is this guy talking to me?
No, yeah,
Weird.
Not as separately. I can't. I know. I do remember you had a conversation with him. I can't remember.
Yeah, my notes are gone, so I don't fucking remember.
I'll try to look back, see if I can find it. Yeah, or the VOD. Yeah, well, yeah. When he wakes up, I'm glad I inspired him. I'll keep that to a minimum for now, though. But yes, would you like to? I mean, this plan with Katori. Would you like to do this immediately, or is this something you'd like to hold off on?
We got spell slots we're not doing anything else with. We could do it tonight. We could do it while we're in the air. So
let's make sure that, of course, that Zaishori is there for that. So. We'll lead in referencing the sword and explain that we're. Oh, or we use the ring and allow her to do it.
aha.
She's already attuned to it.
See, now we're thinking with portals.
I can keep loading spells into that. I can go sending. She uses it. Sending, and then she uses it again. Yep.
You sure can.
That's what I figured. Yes, there we go. We explain the plan. Let Zaishori do it.
So what have we loaded into the ring so far? Spirit Guardians and what, probably? I don't know if we ever settled on it.
Technically enough.
Even if we did, she can burn a spell out and then.
Yeah, but I was gonna
just
say, like, she's gonna have to fucking
reload.
cast a firebolt or some shit at a wall.
I don't know
Chuck
if
it
she
into the
ever
sky.
fully decided what she wanted.
Essentially, the idea for this would be tonight you would have to load the ring for the travel tomorrow, so you all are at full spell slots. So as long as you have the spell slots tonight, you can do whatever you
Got
need
it
to.
as our last day play. So
Okay.
we do this tonight before we hit the road. We send the messages we need to, and then we load her up with whatever spells she wants from us for the journey ahead.
Seems reasonable.
I'm on board.
Well, you guys figure out that plan. Valir, I think you had something.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk to my sister before heading out. That's about it.
Cool. So as these guys were having their conversation, Valir, you took a moment to sneak off, as you are easily able to do with your ridiculous speed and dexterity. But you dart through the halls, make it off from your wing over to her side, but you arrive at your sister's door.
I knock on the door.
A second or two goes by. Yes, come in.
Well, sister, tonight is the last night I will be here before we head out. How are you doing?
Give me a perception check, real quick. As you let yourself in the room, you see, your sister's kind of open, first living quarters being completely overrun with just materials and dresses and the things that she's been working on. And you see she turns over to you kind of half frantic, hair is pulled up into a bun, um, a little bit of sweat. Oh, yes, hello. Um, Comes over, takes a breath, gives you a hug. Oh, um, yes, I mean, I feel like, oh, leaving already. Yes, it's been a week. I'm doing okay. I know, yes, you're leaving tomorrow. I've been pulling some stuff together for, you and, hold on. You see, she goes off into a corner. She starts rummaging through stacks of like, nope, that's dresses for Saishori. No. There. She pulls out this beautiful silken robe of like beige and red. Um, you know, kind of like deep V-neck, tailors like drapes to the bottom, like very flowy, and she brings it over to you. Well, I don't know anything about the wastes, absolutely nothing. But this, I hope, is something that will help, and at
Oh,
least it's current. Can't have you in last year's fashions, for fuck's sake.
Yes, yes, yes. I know. I read your letters. You're pretty appalled by that. I grab it, just take a look at it. This is pretty nice. I appreciate it. uh, oh, and now that we're talking a lot more, and you know where to find me. Feel free to send me any more clothing, and I just kind of put it on myself.
I will, you know, as long as Saishori and Suji make sure I know where you are, I will make sure I can send you something from time to time.
I'm sorry. Did you say Suji?
Yes, brother, Suji.
Did he talk to you?
We've had a few conversations in the past couple of days. It's uh, shut up.
I'm wow. I did not notice. I've been too busy rummaging through Father's vault, talking to him. It's just been a lot. I guess maybe he snuck away when I wasn't looking. But uh, what's that about? I mean, I know you had feelings for him, or were interested in him. Never asked him about what he thinks of you.
Well, he certainly took his sweet time. Um, but we talked a little bit a few days after we returned and got resettled here, and He is as unfamiliar with this whole dating thing and talking. We're not. I mean, we haven't been on a date yet. I don't know if that's weird. But we're talking. We've had a couple conversations about intentions. I told them about my husband's. And we're kind of I told him to keep in touch and that he can send letters here and let me know where you guys are docked ever, and I can send letters to I guess it's going to be addressed to Seven's Deadly Sins at a port.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
I'm looking into making that a little bit easier, but for now that's what we will deal with. But yeah, things have been going much slower than my previous engagements.
Nah, I mean, your last engagement was more business than anything, so there's, I guess, for this, there's no need to rush.
And that terrifies me
Yes,
to
yes, for
no end.
sure, for sure.
But yeah, it's going okay, and I think I've known him for officially a week plus now, and I believe my first marriage was done in that. So we are going in the right direction.
Sounds good. Now, Viesa, put my hand on her shoulder. Our family's been through a lot. We've been finding out new information, new secrets, new everything. So let me old cards on the table. Our mother the other day didn't tell me why specifically, but I guess mother's intuition, but she told me to watch out for Suji. But again, she didn't give me a reason why. Do that as you will. I'm not trying to be you know, meddle into your affairs or anything like that. But again, out of this whole family, you're the one I was closest to. So I think it's fair for me to, tell you that our mother's opinion.
She said to. Did, did she? Did she say why to watch out for? I mean, you're all a little rough around the edges, but he seems harmless.
Seems like it, yes. But I I don't know. Feel free to speak to mother after we're gone, of course. Talk to her about it. But that's as much as she gave me. Um, she doesn't know why, but it again, mother's intuition, gut feeling. I don't know, but she just told me to watch out for him, and that she doesn't. Part of her doesn't really trust him, and again, I don't know why.
Well, I will certainly. I think once things have settled down, I will certainly take some time to sit down with mother and talk about everything that has happened in the last few, days and so. I appreciate you letting me know. That's again, I find it odd. I married a businessman and a politician, but she's worried about the funny little guy who turns into a monkey. Is that right?
Yes, a monkey.
Fair enough. I will certainly follow up with her. Who knows? Maybe she's just worried that he's poor or something. That's not beyond mother.
Valid. Fair enough. But yeah, speak to her. If you find out information about him, please let me know. And just for now, just to keep the peace amongst, everybody in the situation, let's just keep it between us. There's no need to tell him yet.
Understand. Look, you see she kind of understanding and goes over to like one of her desks. You see she moves off like a couple of pieces of fabric, and she reaches in, she pulls, a couple of things out of that, and she comes over to you. Look, I intend to give this to Saishori tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
With with instruction of understanding when to allow for the rest of you to understand that she has it. But I'm not that I'm concerned, but I appreciate you coming to talk to me. You see, she's holding like 2 stones in her hand. I was trying to work out how to keep in touch with you and your friends, mainly Saishori, while you're gone, and without having to write letters and wait for days for them to be delivered to Silicon Valley, and not knowing if I send a letter to whatever town you're in, if it's going to hit you because you're going to leave within presumably minutes, because it seems like you guys are always just flying out of every town you're in.
Yes.
So I through some contacts was able to cure these, and again, they're 2 palm-sized stones. You can see like tiny, like roughly carved faces into like these tiny like hand-sized stones. These ascending stones, I was going to give one to Saishori, and I was going to keep one for myself. Basically what it lets you to do is once per day communicate back and forth. I was going to let her know to, wait for Suji to get desperate, or, whatever, make him beg for it, the way to contact me and needing to pine for that. Look, I don't know what I'm doing. I just thought this would be really cool. But just so you know, there is a way for you to contact me if you need to, and I can contact Saishori once a day with this as well. I guess to some degree, still don't let Suji know this exists.
Oh no, that stays between us, and I am sure Saishuri will not say anything either. I'm sure. We'll keep it between the 3 of us. It's perfectly okay.
Very good. And I'll use it if I need to. If Father has anything, I'll let him know. If there's anything he needs to get to you urgently, I will let him know I have this communication channel. And if there's something you urgently need to get to Father, I suppose you can let Saishori know to contact me. And again, I don't want this to be a thing where it turns into a nice gesture to my friend to become this like constant lifeline to Father or whatever. You know.
No, I'll try not to abuse it. But as you know, there's been a lot going on.
Of course.
And I kind of give her a brief summary of all the leathers and everything, just to keep her up to pace. So yeah, it's just a lot. But again, I will try not to abuse the sending stones at all. I know this is a gift between you and your new friend. Congratulations, a new friend. And yeah, I again stays between the 3 of us that this thing exists.
see she blushes slightly and like punches you in the arm. It doesn't hurt, but you know,
Yeah.
you play it off the best you can. Shut up. Just you have done apparently increasingly dangerous things since you have left, and including coming to save me, and I appreciate that. I need you
Of
to
course.
stay safe. I truly don't know what I would do if something would happen to you.
Likewise, I will do my best to stay safe. Thankfully, as you see, I have friends, my party over here, and now I have this cool robe. Definitely brings me a little bit of comfort, especially since we're going to the waste. I'm sure there's cool little knickknacks that you added to this, knowing you. I'm sure you went above and beyond with this, and yeah, I would definitely be safe for sure.
Good. If you need anything, please just let me know. And check back in once in a while. And
Hmm.
I, of course, will be asking Saishori daily how you're doing.
Of course. Oh, and don't forget about those fabrics I brought to you when I first got here. The ones with fire insignia on it.
I do
They're
intend to do a little bit of research into those.
yeah. Keep me updated on what any information you find out about that, because that's still what we encountered was pretty concerning. It's just a lot. So I would appreciate it.
I assure you, I am equally curious and will be doing some intensive research into them, into what my designs were in the next few weeks. So I will keep you up to date with what I find.
Excellent. Well then, yes, it's been nice catching up. I know. I wish it was under better circumstances, but don't worry, I will come back to visit the estates and you. And yeah, it's been fun as always.
Just make sure it's not years this time.
Of course, it won't be years. Yeah, I'll make it less. Uh, I'll make it a couple months. I don't know. We'll see where I am. You know how it goes.
I mean, I suppose you're due back here in at least 6 months.
Yes, that is true. So 6 months.
Good,
Hopefully
bad, or the
sooner.
ugly. Hopefully sooner.
Yeah.
But you know, she comes over, she gives you a hug, just pats you on the back. Then, as she releases the hug, she gives you the very sibling shoves you towards the door. It's like, all right, so get out of here. I have work to do.
Of course, of course. And I open the door and I turn around and I'm just like, oh, one more thing. And I whip out my gong, just hit it, Wavalier, out, and I just leave.
She grabs her head. God damn it! You're a fucking pain. But as the gong echoes through the hallways, the empty halls of Warsenhawk Manor, you make your way back to your side where your friends are gathering their things still and having some conversations. Cool. Back on this side, is there anything else anybody is working on throughout the course of the evening before you guys head off to bed?
Let's see. I'm gonna ask Quinta for spirit guardians and false life.
Before or after we talk about the contacting
Yeah,
Katori?
we want to do the.
Oh, well, I was going to anyways. Yeah, let's do it now. I guess after.
Free and false life is 1, so we should have an open spell slot.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have one we could just duck and keep.
So the only thing I will say is between either Vinteth or Revi, presuming you sent the broker at least one sending tonight about the information you just got from Andy. One of you is down a 3rd level spell slot, but I'll let you decide between the two of you who sent that message.
That's fine. We're just gonna load the spells into the ring anyway for Zaishori.
Well,
So
I didn't know if you were talking to Kotori, trying to talk to Kotori tonight. It's gonna matter who has spell slots.
Yeah, because it's a 3rd level.
Yeah.
So I would assume that I used the one.
She wants Spirit Guardians, right?
Yeah, it's also.
So then no, it's mine. So we want you to have the slot left. Huh?
But I updated the broker on Firaxi and everything, so I'm down one already. So I'm saying I have one free for ascending, and then I'm saving one to give her Spirit Guardians before tomorrow.
Spirit Guard's the 2nd, right?
Is it? I thought it was
3rd.
Yeah, it's a 3rd. Spiritual weapons a 2nd.
Right.
I
You
just thought
right.
it was
I have my spell sheet in. Very bright.
Very good.
Hey, we
Yeah, so
had
that's what you
3rd.
guys. What?
Never mind. I thought he used Spirit Guardians in the fight against the fake court spirits. I don't remember being level 3 for that.
Nah, I use spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's up to you guys. Between Revi and Vinteth, I'll let you guys figure out how many sendings Ishori has, and then still to load her up with the spells you want to. And then just again take into account you sent at least one sending already between the two of you to the broker to update him about the foreign the Firaxi stuff and the things that you just learned tonight, essentially.
Yep.
Cool. You guys figure out. I'm gonna run the bathroom.
Okay. So Vinteth, would you like to tell her the plan?
All right, Zaishori. I had an idea, considering that we've been reaching out to the broker, informing him, and I thought to reach out to Kotori. And since you have his old sword, or a sword he made, a sword he owned, I don't know, but you have his sword, you would be our connection to have a reason to reach out to him and not seem like we're rude friends of his friend, employees, whatever. Just kind of bothering him, you know? It's like an in. Start a conversation with him about the sword, see if he has any anecdotes, and he can tell you about it. You know, open a channel of communication, and then eventually we'll ask him if he's ever heard of Borin and the other things we're looking for.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
So the plan is to load the ring up with sending spells for you to talk to him back and forth a couple times, probably, and then give you the actual spells.
Okay. How do sending spells work?
You think of the person you want to talk to, cast a spell, and then you get 25 words or less that you could send to them, and then they could reply with 25 words or less. You. They're not obligated to reply. They don't have to. They don't even have to listen to you if they don't want to. But worth a shot. We don't have many leads as it is. And as long as we have time on our hands, we're traveling, we're going to be in the wastes. We got to do everything we can.
Okay, sounds good to me. So 25 words or less.
I was thinking something along the lines of, did you speak to him at the party?
I don't believe so.
Not one-on-one, but you were all in the same room together at the end.
Yeah.
How did we come to know that the sword belonged to Gatori?
They told us Dory
Dory Way said who never came back for the sword.
Ah, okay. Dory. You could open with that. Like, hi. A friend of yours, I assume, Dory Way, gave me one of your old swords. Yeah. Can you tell me about it? Something along those lines. I don't know. You could figure out. I'm not really eloquent when it comes to just abruptly asking people questions. You know.
It's okay. I'm thinking, hey Katori, how are you? I got this sword from Dory Way, and he told me you never came back for it. How come? Is the quality not up for you? Quality not great enough?
Sounds like a lot of words.
Let me count it out.
Anybody else have any objections before we start reaching out to people for any weird reasons? Because I think this is a fucking great idea.
Nah.
Yeah. 7 has an opinion.
I didn't ask for opinions. I asked for objections. But go ahead, Seven.
Yeah, I have an objection. Why not just ask the map maker instead, so we can actually get places better? The photographer,
Who?
Elena,
Who? Remind me who?
made the maps. Just at the brokers. We were supposed to talk to her again, and then we just did not.
Well, see,
She was kind of cute.
I'm glad I asked because I don't remember who that is.
One person talked to her.
I think I can't remember if I was the one who
Wait,
talked to her.
who
Who was it?
who is this?
I think it was me who talked to her.
Seven said the name right.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear it. What was it? Was it
Elena,
Martinelli?
right? She was the cartographer.
Do you have the last name?
God damn it! I'm looking through the notes now.
Bernadette Velat.
It was a tall mushroom lady, right? Took us like
No, that
No,
was
no, no.
That's somebody else.
She does
Oh.
have a shop in Crowhaven, but yes, am I right on that, Tim?
She was the one who talked to JJ. Was like, so can I fuck off now?
Yeah, have her as
Yeah,
the broker's cartographer, Bernadette. I don't know if
Bernadette-
it's Below or Velat, but
I literally just have
Yeah.
her name and then human mecha chick question mark.
That's
all I have for her.
That's the photographer. I'm sorry, Seven. You were speaking the name of the tiefling, Alana Brimstone.
I have her as Elvira Brimstone. What the fuck?
I have Elvira too.
Elvira, right?
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Definitely
I might
Elvira.
have her. Yeah, it's probably Elvira. That's
God damn it.
God damn it!
I don't have my notes up. I knew it started with an E.
Okay. I thought you were changing stuff on us.
No,
Oh.
I just assumed Seven had the right notes because he said an E name. Like, yep, that sounds
It's
right.
7. You can't trust 7
7
with,
doesn't have his original
with
notes.
words.
He was like
He
5 years
remembered
old
there was
at
a
the time.
photographer.
Yeah,
He was
He
like
did.
5 days
Very
old at the
impressive.
time.
yeah.
Yes, Bernadette is the
Yeah.
photographer.
And Gwyneth is the furball that fell madly in love with 7.
Yes.
Pretty sure. No.
No, not Gwyneth. Elizabeth.
Do you have another question?
Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn. Yes.
Yeah, Gwendolyn. There we go.
Yes, Saishori.
Is Dory Way 2 words or 1?
That's his name.
So okay, I can just all together.
Yes.
Like Cher? Like Dory Way, like Cher? Or is it Dory Space Way?
I thought it was Spaceway.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
You can't trust the DM. He's gotta look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's hyphenated because he's a fucking elf. Apostrophe.
Hyphenated.
You know what
Apostrophes.
I mean. Apostrophe.
Apostrophized.
Yeah, it's apostrophe. It's one name. He's Dory Way, blacksmith.
I petition to remove all names from D&D and just call him that guy and that chick.
NPC
That
1,
guy.
NPC 2K2.
Oh yeah.
Dude, my next campaign is just gonna be Chuck and Barry and Felicia, and I'm just, no more fucking fantasy names. It's just real people names.
Let's go.
All right, my next character is gonna be Marvin, dude.
Yep.
Hey, Chuck, it's
Now
your
you
cousin
guys,
Marvin.
you
Marvin
guys
Berry.
can be as fantasy as you want, but every NPC is gonna be the most fucking basic ass name I can make up.
Better be a Doc
Nope.
Brown. I want the Back to the Future theme.
This is Bob.
Perfect.
This is Bob Jr., Bob Sr.
That I'm gonna go the Dan method of naming NPCs. This is Stev Longsword. This is also Stev Longsword.
I think I have 25 words for Katori.
Cool. So one of you loads up a sending spell. Go ahead and mark that off and say, sure, give me 25 words.
Hey Katori, how are you? I got this sword from Doorway, and he told me you never came back for it. How come? Quality bad.
Oh, I hope he knows how sending spell works.
I would assume somebody who's supposedly fucking slain a dragon would know how sending works.
Hopefully.
You never know with these colorful characters that the broker keeps around.
It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
If we accidentally get Rabble Grand.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do 25 words as Raver. I just a few moments go by, Saishori, and eventually you hear back. Ah, Saishori. Doing well. Been by Dory's, have you? It's a fine sword. Served its purpose in a time of need. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Decided I didn't need it anymore. Glad it's yours. That would be the first message you get back.
How many sending spells do I have again?
The party would have to re-up them, so you have to convey what he said and then ask one of them for another. Task.
Since I know you're not going to use my upper level spells, you have 4 of these from just me if you need them.
Okay. I'll convey it to Ravi and ask for another one to respond.
Yeah, I'll keep loading them for you.
Fill me up with your loads, Robbie.
Meanwhile, that this is happening, and I'm thinking back to the NPCs, the characters that we met at the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have the sudden realization that I do want to fucking contact Duellin at some point because I remember talking about Foreign Seagal with him, and he knew something. He did fucking know something. I knew there was a reason I wanted to fucking message because I have it in my notes that he knew something about Foreign Seagal and he didn't want to say anything.
Well, in the meantime, Saishori, you have another sending you would like to send. Unless you need a minute to come up with your words.
Um,
Because you also can feel free to RP out like his response and if there's anything people want to add or ask questions about.
nice to hear back from you. Why did it leave a bad taste in your mouth? Let me count that out.
Oh, you're well under 25. It's just a matter of if you want to add more.
Let's keep it simple for now.
You could also add like, I want to ask you something. As well.
Or like you're enjoying the sword, it feels comfy with. I don't know. Some expound on that more. You know what? While
I
she's
would
figuring
have
that out, I'm
to
gonna be like,
figure it
Robbie,
Yes.
I have a lead.
Hmm.
I have a
What's-
lead.
What's going on?
Llewellyn knew something about foreign. Remember Llewellyn, the guard to the library?
You think so?
I've been thinking about this in present tense and all that happened. I haven't thought past at all. I specifically remember asking Llewellyn about him. I believe he was standoffish about it and didn't really volunteer anything, but I know he knows something. I don't know how I'm going to be convince him to respond to me or give up that information, but maybe it's worth just asking him. Maybe it's worth telling the broker that Llewellyn knows something. If anybody can get it out of him, it would be the broker. But progress.
That's pretty solid. I'm happy with anything we can we can get at this point, Vinta.
You
So
see me like pacing, I'm like champing at the fucking bit. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Who do I talk to about this? Which one do I go to? I don't have any more spell slots because I need to give her Spirit Guardians. Fuck her, I'll give it to her tomorrow.
who are you going to contact tonight?
That's the question. Do I hit up the broker again and be like, by the way, your library guardian Llewellyn knows something about foreign, might be worth looking into. Do I contact Llewellyn directly since he seemed amicable when we were chatting, even though he wasn't really volunteering information or willing to? I think it would be probably prudent to inform the broker first, but
Counterpoint: if you use it tonight and they respond with something you really want to respond to, you won't be able to. Maybe you should just wait until tomorrow.
fuck, you're right. We're gonna have to be working on this all night.
Did Katori tell us how old he was?
No,
He told us he was
you
a
know-
human,
He is human. You know that.
but he slayed a dragon like some 100 years ago, right?
By the best estimate that him and the broker and everybody gave you, it was sometime within the last 100 years.
Oh, but he looks young. Okay.
So, you got a full message for me, Saishori?
Nice to hear back from you. Why'd they leave a bad taste in your mouth? You slayed a dragon with it. What if he?
Leaving it at that.
Sending it over.
What a feat.
Okay, down to business in the next one.
A little bit more time goes by. The delay is a little bit longer on this one. Slaying a friend is unfortunately not considered a feat in my mind. We
Big
talk it
rules.
up. We talk it up to impress the younglings, but it was not an easy thing to do.
I'll just convey that to Ravi and Vintef.
Oh, great! So now Do we go straight into asking him for something after he dropped that bomb? Oh, we're gonna look like schmucks if we do that.
He says
Ah.
slaying a friend?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to be more sympathetic, but I'm realizing that now we probably can't ask him what we want
But
immediately.
Why would he kill the dragon if the aren't dragons like
Look, it's probably best if we express our sympathies and leave it there instead of diving into exactly why he killed his friend and rehashing that. We'll be going through a sending therapy session if this continues.
I'm thoughts racing and I'm just like, did he kill the dragon to trap Armand? Like, but Armand's been trapped for a long time. Can't be within the last 100 years.
Wait, are you saying that in character or like outside?
Yeah, I'm just like pacing, like trying to put shit together.
I mean,
How
you
long-
could ask
how
ask
long-
Armand about that.
How long was Armand trapped in that thing?
From my understanding, a long time, considering that he knew Bellamy personally. A very long time. And he doesn't know Katori specifically, so maybe that's out. But maybe they led the dragon to imprison something else.
So, how should I go about this? I don't think I can just get down to business now. At least not in this moment.
Man, oh damn it! Maybe we express our sympathies and try again another night.
I mean, it would
for
be
fuck's sake.
it would be worth it to not so much question him about it, but more so be inquisitive in general. Like, if the dragon was your friend, oh no, that would be.
Do we have any right to ask about that? I mean, we were acquainted with him, but we don't know him.
Well, you could. I didn't mean to pry, but I'm sorry you had to slay your friend or something. If he
Express our
expands.
sympathies and leave the conversation open for tomorrow.
There he goes, Aishori. I completely agree.
Yeah.
There's the former paladin of love coming through.
Like sympathies and ask if he would be open to further communication or assisting us as a as a tutor for the young ones, I guess.
How about we again lay off the potential for using him for things? Maybe just a nice, I hope we can talk again. My God, Vinteth, what was your childhood like?
Rituals. Sacrifice.
You needed some hugs, by the sound of it.
Funny that.
Yeah, so we've got the sending to give her one more, so I'll give her the
Yep.
one and let her express her sympathies.
I want to know why he
etc.
killed the dragon.
Huh.
I want to know why he killed his friend.
You-
I want to
you
know
guys-
what
you guys-
fucking purpose that served.
Conversation.
That had
You
to
guys-
serve some sort of higher purpose. It's not just
Then
like,
you.
where the fuck are the dragons? I haven't seen a dragon. Have you seen a dragon? Do you know anybody who's seen a dragon other than fucking the broker in KFC? No.
He took care of it. That's why.
One single
Of course,
dragon.
I would like to know too, but I think we're more likely to find out if we don't just butt into this man's business.
I'm not
over a
trying to
sending message
bombard the
right
man
now.
with questions. I'm just questioning out loud. It's something we should all be thinking about.
I-
The more threads
Yeah.
that connect is just more fucking questions.
City are we in again?
Looking Valley.
Thank you.
Dragon. What the fuck does Duellin know? Dude, I have so many fucking questions. I'm just gonna go pace in a corner and I'm gonna have a drink. I'm having a drink. Who wants wine? I need wine. I'm gonna bless a bottle of wine and just start chugging it.
Oh, that seems very holy. No, but look.
To the mother.
Yes, there we go.
Would you like to say, Saishori?
I'll leave it to Zaishor if she really wants to ask. But
Only you know what you're asking, Saishori.
Yep.
I'm still typing it up. It's
Yep,
too long
no
right
worries.
now.
Pick out verbs. The verbs.
between the two of us, because Vinteth only needs the 1/3 level, you should have one. You should have like 5 sendings if you need them.
Well, Vinta
Okay.
needs the 1/3 to give her spirit guardians plus the 1/3 he used to tell about the house Firaxi. So he's
He
already
only
two.
has 2/3.
So how
you-
many do I have left?
I
use
used
3.
one.
One?
Used one. So you have, I think, 6 total between the two of us. Because I could not give you spirit guardians
5.
tonight and
I
give it to you
have 3.
tomorrow.
I have 3/3 and a 4th. You have 1/3. That's 5 sendings.
Okay,
With
in that
giving
case,
her spirit guardians tonight.
I have a 4th too.
I'll split this into 2.
Vinta like, I really want to talk to Llewellyn tonight.
Mm.
I can see it on his face. He's like, Llewellyn.
Bro, first I connected the Firaxi thing. Now I'm going through notes and remembering about Llewellyn that how fucking long ago was that?
Well,
Like
then-
in real lifetime?
Well, then just have Zaishor just ignore him and not send anything else. We could just tell him tomorrow we ran out of magic for the day, and it's the classic excuse.
Is the classic.
All out of sendings.
Oops, no sendings.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ooh,
seriously,
piece of
if you really want to contact him that much, I mean, we are leaving tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna break this
And
one up into
presumably
2
have
then.
several days on the air.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Sure.
what I'm, like.
Throwing them
It
up.
doesn't have to be
True.
tonight because I'm still debating on if I want to bring it up with the broker first or go directly to Llewellyn.
All right, so yeah, so you've got the 2 sendings for tonight.
Theoretically, you can wait till at least tomorrow to send something to the broker because Seven's already sent a letter today. It's late.
I haven't sent a letter. I had a conversation. Good, you wake up. We
What
got
you
some
got,
discussion to
Saishori?
do.
I'm gonna run it by Ravi and Vinta first.
Sure.
I want to split it up into 2 sendings. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend and to have brought up such a terrible memory. I empathize with you. Please let me know if you're open to talk more soon. I have other unrelated questions for you. In Silken Valley, heading towards Waste.
Sounds good to me. I like it.
I'm questioning why we need of our moves.
Well,
Or-
yes, I
or
guess that part is a little unnecessary, but I think the rest of it is good.
Agreed.
Okay, I will take that part out.
Or you could say we're heading toward the waste. Do you know anything about that? Would you be willing to? I don't know.
I mean, if you think it's worth, if you think he might have any information for us, Saishori, you could certainly inform him we're on our way towards the waste.
Would appreciate
He's
any
a
help.
really well-traveled man. I'm hoping he'll offer some insight.
That's a good
I'll take
point.
off our location.
As a sensei, guide us.
Okay, I think that's what I got. There's something else. I took off our location. Just heading towards Waste.
Cool. So I would say between Vinteth and Revi, where's up to first 25 words? Because you also know like he gets a response to those, and then you can send a second 25. Like if that's 2 sendings, he gets 2 responses. So you can break
Yeah,
it up where
just split it somewhere. That makes sense.
that's fair. All right, run the whole thing by me one more time, just so I can know where.
Okay. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend and to have brought up such a terrible memory. I empathize with you. please let me know if you're open to talk more soon. I have other unrelated questions for you. Heading towards waste.
Is before please under 25? Because that seems like the split spot. I wasn't counting.
I think it's under 25.
Yeah.
There's like 5 words left out. Forgive my ignorance about dragons. You know, because it seems like this crazy cool thing to slay a dragon. We're just like, oh, it was his friend. Know any better?
Seishori, you send the message, get another message, send the follow-up message pretty rapidly. A few minutes go by. But eventually you do start to hear back. Don't you all worry about me. I comes to grips with it a long time ago. Heading to the waste, you say? Well, depending on how you head, I found myself in Theris. Could be open to meeting up and having a conversation.
At the end,
That's the end.
I will relay that to Robbie Vintef and ask him, any idea where Theris is?
No, but we have another fucking lead. Let's go.
Ravi, give me a history check.
Yes. One moment. 3 check. Why not? I'm not using them for anything else, right? Today. I'm gonna think really hard.
Oh no.
Well, it's just not my day, I guess. Then.
Think
No
harder.
worries. 11 is high enough.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravi, you're from Falthier. You know of a lot of the major cities and high points and low points. Are you looking at the map currently on?
I am looking at the map. Yes.
Cool. Theris is actually basically a border town that basically is the last civilization of Falthier before you head into the wastes. It is located towards the tip here.
1 second. Sorry.
Ping.
Yep.
Ping.
Got it.
Ping.
I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
So the southeastern border of.
Yep. So it is literally considered the last bastion of Falthier. It is the last civilization before you start to head towards the grimy, icky bitty bits of the wastes.
Got it. Okay, I'll relay it. Yes, it's right there. It's probably a good place for us to post up prior to entering the wastes. There won't be anything else in terms of civilization past it. So that's a. Oh my god! And then that path. Sorry. And I mean, it's a great direct path too. We can take and right over the water. Anyway, it'll be perfect.
One more sending.
The question one, right?
Sorry?
No, he. What?
Oh, I was asking for one more sending so I could let him know, yes. That'd be great.
It'll have to wait till tomorrow, or I just look at Vintath.
Yeah, let's finish this. I need to gather my thoughts. Figure out how I want to who I want to word the words to. Words.
Cool. So you just say, sorry, one more sending.
Yep.
I want to ask this, like, in how many moons?
I don't know exactly how fast. Do we know how fast this airship is gonna go? Like, we basically said, give us the fastest. In in standard terms, give us the fastest airship you've got. That's what we ordered.
You know from with the biggest airship that you are aware of, from Farland to Silicon Valley took you guys about 7 to 8 days.
Oh man.
That was a class 5. You guys are on a class
which-
3 that
yeah.
you're currently looking at
And
with speed.
basically, yeah, the fastest class 3.
I
have no context for what that means, though. I'm not.
Yeah. by your best estimate, assuming nothing goes wrong, you can probably make it from Silicon Valley to where Ferris is about a week, full 10 day.
Wow.
Is it 10 days?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's real.
That's really good. God damn.
You guys were on an ocean again. If you're looking at the map, you guys were on an ocean liner from here to here. That took you about 7 days.
Mm.
We're gonna
because it's a
basically triple that.
huge ship.
You're gonna go from here to here in about 8 to 10, give or take.
Yeah, no, that's
Nice,
pretty
nice.
good. All right, so yeah, like 10, 11 days with the 1 day stopover.
And Danaran?
Yes. In Danaran.
Okay, I will tell Katori that.
Again, just for reference for the world, a week is 10 days. So you could say about a week.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why I said 11 days.
Yep. Cool. So Sashara, you have one more sending to use if you would like to use it fully.
Okay. Okay, we'll be there in a week. Where can we meet you? Last message for now.
A message comes in a few moments later. I can hang out here for about a week. Find me at Dranson's Harbor.
Get the notes, everyone.
Yep.
How do
Got
you
it.
spell Dranson? R-A-N-S-O-N?
Putting it in chat.
Oh
Yay.
yes, we finally did it. We did it. I assume Drenson, so I probably
Dranson. Typing.
Ah.
Oh no,
you
no,
motherfucker.
no! There's no fucking way.
No apostrophe, just Dransons.
There is an apostrophe.
There is an apostrophe. Are you not? Looking?
I mean, between Dran and Sin, not the
Oh.
possessive apostrophe.
The fact that it's 2 words is enough.
Got it.
Tell you all you need to know about that place.
Katori Ferdinand Clay,
KFC, motherfucker.
our boy,
That's my man right there.
our boy.
What a homie. That went way better than I expected.
Yeah, that was great.
Bro, he's a chill dude. Like I spent the
And-
whole time talking to him.
And
You did.
Vinteth, I gotta say, hell of a call on that one. That went way better than anyone could have anticipated.
I've been tracking where Katori was this entire time. in case somebody walked in.
Wow, unreal.
It worked out.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I've been tracking where every NPC at that party is right now.
Yeah,
So.
I figure they're all major in some one way or another.
But yeah, Saishori, that's the last message you get. You're able to. I would say about this time, Valir, you have re-entered the room after talking to your sister. Is there anything else anyone wish to accomplish? Conversations before an evening's rest? Anything you want to do before you go to sleep? Or first thing the next morning, just to kind of wrap us up before we get to the point of an airship being delivered?
First thing tomorrow morning, Viesa.
Cool. So you're just going to Viesa?
Not even
Anyone
spending your
else?
last night here with her?
I don't think
Nope.
so.
So you all gather back, get your finished last belongings together, the things that you spread out since you've been here for a little over a week now, preparing for your travel via airship in the morning. You go to bed that evening. Can everybody roll me? I need two things from everybody.
Oh
I need a
boy.
D20. I need a D20 and a D8
From everybody.
from everybody.
Okay.
I got the only good. Fuck, guys. This could be good or bad. I don't know.
Sorry. Don't mind me, just recording some numbers. Cool. You'll wake up next morning, have the benefits of a long rest.
I was
Very anticlimactic.
I was worried there for. Don't fucking say. I'd rather anticlimactic. Would you have rather us been attacked in the night when both of us had burned all of our upper level spell slots?
I still had a level 4. I'm not scared.
Don't worry about it. You all wake the next morning. Breakfast is presented to all of you in the Warsenok dining hall. You're able to gather yourself, have a nice meal. You know, and Andy does come down, lets you know he heard word The airship that you have ordered and requested will be delivered later this afternoon. You'll be able to get on your way in the next couple hours. He has done the final preparation on getting your, food supply, your water supply for the next month and a half. Things that you'll need for general, maintenance and things of that order. He comes to each of you to finalize what you've talked to him over the last week and a half, or about week. Money situation, how much money you want to take with you, how much you want to have stored here. So for that component of this is what I'm going to ask all of you to do. You know how much your split is. Basically, and what I'm going to have you do on your character sheet is split it out into two amounts. On your character sheet, the part that says how much money you have on you, that's what you're bringing with you. Somewhere in your note section, I need you to tell me how much you're leaving here. If it's easier for you as well, you can post it in Thursday chat, like taking X amount of, platinum with me, leaving X amount here for Silicon Valley to hold on to. I need to know how much of a bank I'm making for you guys here in Silicon Valley is essentially the idea.
Got it.
But I would like you all to also keep track of it yourself. So that way you say, oh, I sent a note back to Silicon Valley. I need 100 gold pieces sent to blah, blah, blah. Keep track of it yourself, but I need a rough bank for myself. But Andy finalizes the last bits of the information you give him about how much money you guys want to keep on you, how much you want into the ship's hull, because that is another option. You can keep you guys, because of the class that you chose. You do have a
interesting.
small hull that can keep goods. It's just a matter of how much do you want to keep on board for ship funds, for docking fees, for things that you would need to spend money for the party. So you can keep a group fund on the boat. You just need to let me know how much is staying there in case shenanigans were to ensue.
We'll figure out what maintenance costs roughly, and then we'll do a party boat fund.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you can all say,
party boat fund.
Party boat.
Can we be the first in Zelenkov's Uber?
No. They already offer airship travel.
We can take them anywhere, exclusive.
It's true. How many ships go to the waste? You don't know.
That's true. And we're fast AF.
I'm going to take this opportunity while we're all gathered and trying to figure this out to inform everybody that the broker informed me that the Death Embrace is on the move and we don't know. So we need to be a little hyper vigilant.
Oh, wonderful.
And in regards to that, I'm going to turn to Andy and start grilling him about the crew he's acquired for us. Because we're going to need to inspect every single one of our personnel.
Cool. If you guys are gathered for breakfast and having these conversations, Andy is a little bit later to everybody else arriving. But as you have these conversations, Suji, you're able to pull Viessa aside if you wish. Unless you're going directly to her quarters before breakfast.
I could just pull her to the side. I just have something short to talk to her about.
Okay. Valir, you notice that Suji has pulled your sister aside.
God.
Now his natural perception work.
You're in the same room. The same room.
I keep my eye on them. How far are they? How far are you walking away from us, CG?
I guess only mostly out of sight of your mom.
Okay.
Okay.
I will keep an eye on them enough for me to see their mouths move, so I could read their lip.
I will say for this, Valir, give me a stealth check.
Bet.
He's like fucking Pink Panther slinking along the floor, like, where's he going? That's my sister, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna need to have a chat with Annie about it.
God
damn
Oh!
He's got,
Oh
he's got
my
that brother
goodness.
still.
Kill off my sister.
Fuji, nobody's paying attention. You got the entire open
No.
floor. What do you want to do?
I just say, so Viesa, that even though I haven't spent much time with you, it is getting to the time to depart. And I talked about it before, but we're gonna go with your idea where I send letters. But don't worry, Saishuri has a way to contact. 100%. Don't worry about that. But obviously, we're trying to help your whole family situation about you, Valir, your father, I guess your mother at this point, in a sense. But maybe after this is all over, we can hang out a little bit more. It's still weird to me, but I'm just not used to this.
I appreciate it. I would very much like the next time you are in town, we have some time to relax, have some, I would say, more in-depth conversation. But we've been pretty in-depth the last couple times that we've met, and that's been very, very nice to me. Honestly, it's been nice to have somebody I can talk to about things that have been going on, and my work and things that I've been working on. I look forward to you returning and having a chance to see where this goes.
Yes, that would be great. And maybe not all of it has to directly be talking. Charisma roll.
What are you trying to do?
Just being like flirtatious, like, hey, but kind of awkward. You can do other things other than that. We'll figure it out.
All right, give me a.
Basic,
You're just trying to be generally.
basically, like the whole Tinder, like, hey, yo, why don't you just come over and chill thing? Where you're just vague as shit.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I will say with advantage because
Yeah.
she's into it. She's not against what's going on.
Go effort plus 5. Can't
Give
say no to
me
Hannibal.
give me a stealth check.
Put it back on normal.
12.
Yeah.
Sorry, just checking some passives real quick.
All the elves are in earshot. We will fucking notice.
Nah, Shuji knows that no one is paying attention whatsoever.
Valir and Vintef.
Hey.
Especially Valir. You are paying attention. You're watching the lips of the conversation that's happening off in the corner. Like you're half entertaining your mother and also just like getting a plate of fruit and stuff for the morning to have for breakfast. You're keeping an eye on the conversation happening in the corner. Suji, as you have this conversation and you're saying things to Viesa, you're talking about things that are going to come and things that are how you're feeling and what you're. You see her eyes dart back and forth. Sees a moment. Grabs you. Plants a kiss on your lips. Holds it for just a second. Just long enough, Vinteth and Valir, you are seeing it. Lets you go. I look forward to speaking with you more.
Uh, d- 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 uh, uh, okay, bye.
you
Wait,
gone. Leave Biesa in the corner. Just
activate my boots movement speed bait.
just full sprint.
I just look over to Voyer and raise an eyebrow. Go back to whatever I'm doing. I am not concerned.
I'm just like this.
Eventually, Adronis does join you for breakfast. As he walks into the room, sullen and eye, looks like he hasn't slept this evening. He looks at Valir and Vinteth and kind of gives you sorry, gives you a nod and asks you to kind of like specifically to Valir, but asks you to join him for a brief conversation.
Perfect.
Cool.
Time.
Yeah. Get up, in case Vincent didn't see, give him the nod of kind of like, let's go.
As you approach Andy, and he kind of gives you a nod. I thank you for, as hard as it was, bringing my attention to the information we discussed last evening. I spent some time. I dug through my records. I don't know how much it will help you, but I have some information I can at least pot to you tonight or today before you leave, and I will do as much research as I can while you are off on the errands you need to run. I had to dig deep into old employee records of people who have been helpful to the house, and during its construction, the person who I entrusted sensitive information to. Honestly, I only asked them to deliver mail to me directly. I didn't ask them to read anything. I said any mail that came to the house to come to me before it went to the house proper. If you're looking for a lead on who worked here and may or may not have the person who's delivering me letters from Morand, Rathrael Falkland. He stayed in my employ for several years when we were first starting out. He left Silicon Valley probably somewhere within, I'd say, 50 or so years after we got started. It's hard to trace exactly where I stopped paying him exactly, but within the first 50 years of Silicon Valley's starting point is when he moved elsewhere. He was no longer an employee here or worked here in the city. As far as House Faraxi interaction, way back when the individual that I met, the forefather, I suppose, at this point of House Faraxi, Seymour Faraxi was the individual that I had business dealings with. He again, a small textile company within Vitrag that we did a lot of business with, and I entrusted him to pass off the payments, disguised as payments to Vitragian goods
Mm.
to Fornsingol and his mother. And again, he's human born, so I assume he is long dead. But the current head of House Faraxi, at least the business, I assume in name as well, Braxton Faraxi, is the one that is currently overseeing development and distribution of Vitragian textiles. I hope this information helps and I can keep digging into that thread if you think it will help your investigations into what went down all those years ago. My resources are at your disposal, and I will deploy them as you see fit.
Put my hand on it. Thank you, Andy. I have one thing related to that. Another matter that we need us before the ship's delivered. I don't believe you ever told us Warren's mother's name.
You see, he grows teary-eyed. I have kept her name out of my mouth for so long, just to in a strange sense, I was protecting myself, and that should never have been the case. And I don't know why in her letters she never felt the need to sign her full name. Her name was Fiona. Fiona Single.
Fiona.
Again, I can't speak to why she never signed her name in full, but honestly, part of me always assumed she signed her letters Miss Singal to spite at me the fact that she was unwed.
Give him a little reassuring squeeze. Not say a word.
But you have the information I have, and apparently some more. If you have any questions, if you have anything you need me to research, I will do the best of my capabilities and what I have resources here to reach out and follow up with what I can. I wish you all the best of luck, and again, please let me know if you need anything. Anything comes up that needs to be followed up with quickly. I can try to reach out to the contacts that I have and do what I can.
As a matter of generalized safety, remind me, did we inform Andy about the whole Death Embrace thing? I think I told him some of it.
You asked him about it. He did not know anything about it directly.
Okay. There's let's call it a sect of believers in the mother called Death's Embrace. I mentioned them briefly. They're an order of monks, and simply put, they're trying to kill me. I assume anybody associated with me. And I received word last night, not to frighten you, but they're on the move, and nobody knows where, why, what capacity. So just as a heads up, if you want to look into that at all, be vigilant of any elves you meet that are, I would say, strangers or travelers. And we're going to need to, before we partake or take off, have a sit down with the crew one by one, separated, of course, and vet them. And I was hoping you could assist me in writing some particularly binding contracts for every member of the crew.
As melancholy as he's been for the last several days, you see at the mere mention of binding contracts and things,
He's like, yes.
you see Adronis's eyes kind of sparkle a little bit and like, I think that is something I can definitely be of assistance of.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the crew as it comes with the ship, you are all welcome to interrogate and vet as much as you need as see fit. Most of them should be from Nelfine of that ilk. So I would hope far removed from anything that's going on here in Valfir or beyond. But it never hurts to be safe. But yes, of course, I can help you conduct research and interrogations and bind contracts to the ship as it seems fit. Yes, I can certainly help you with. As far as the monastery's point, it is on my list of things to keep a watch for, but I have not heard any direct rumblings.
Mm.
What I can assure you of is if it's something that is moving directly against the will of, and you see he motions downward towards Corpia, that is moving against her will, she will know of it. So I hope whatever this is not aligned with her in any way.
For all our sake, I hope. I figured it would be prudent to inform you. Cards on the table, there is danger. Don't know what shape or form it will come in. I will just say that these guys are adept at, let's say, subterfuge. Can appear at will, and I don't understand how. So be vigilant. Make sure your staff, people you can trust. Make sure travelers are, I don't want to say taken aside and vetted, but kept an eye on. I'm sure you can get word to Corpia or any of the town guards just to be aware.
We are a tight-knit community, and keeping track of who comes in and goes is something we are very good at. I do not see that being an issue here, but I will certainly keep you all posted on anything that goes on or transpires here in Silicon Valley.
I'm just a little paranoid. I believe that if they are tracking us, tracking me, they'll know we made our way here. They'll find their way to you.
If they find the way here, they will find themselves met with quite a substantial force, if you have not already felt it. I appreciate your concern, and I will I echo your concern, and I will make sure that anything that happens here is doubled from what I can previously considered top-notch security.
Glad we're on the same.
Well, the airship should be arriving this afternoon. Gather the rest of your supplies, and we should make our way down to the port. You can all meet the crew, meet who you need to investigate and interrogate, and make sure they're on the level. It's going to be sad to see you all go, but I understand that you have things to do, and I appreciate everything you are doing for myself and the. You see, hesitates for a second. I appreciate the things you are going to do for the rest of my family. And he looks directly at Valir. Nods.
Yeah. I mean, still family. At the end of the day, everything's out in the open. Things between all of us are better now than they were then.
Strangely, yes. But as you all have this conversation, as Suji, you enter and rejoin the conversation, Saishori, as you're kind of sitting on the fringe of it, you see Viesa kind of like grabs your arm and like yanks you into a corner, just like, nope.
Yes.
Hi, yes, hello. Hi, sorry.
I
You're
Sorry.
leaving today.
I guess so.
I thank you. I just want to thank you. Not for saving me, not for any of the incredible heroics you've done. I don't have friends. And you have been so kind to me. I'm gonna be sad to see you leave.
I'm gonna hold her hands.
But I'm so happy to have met you. Please watch over my idiot brother. Right. Sorry. She kind of looks around, sees the conversation happening off in the corner. Something. I know I've given you some things. I have something for you. She pulls you off further into this corner. Most of the party sees it's Viesa and Saishori like talking very quietly in the corner. You can't make out what they're saying. Their faces are hidden. But Saishori, she looks at you and she's like, of course, I the outfits, the cologne, the perfume, the things that again, I hope things that you hope you keep wearing to remind you that you are who you are. You've chosen to be that. They are yours to wear or not wear. You don't need to feel pressured into that. But if you choose to, you've made a very distinguished personality for yourself. You see, she kind of like reaches into a pouch in her pocket and pulls out these two. You see, they're like hand-sized, like rocks, essentially, Saishori. And she goes to start pushing one towards you. again, I've never really had a friend before, and I want to make sure I don't lose outside of Valia. I mean, we are siblings, and he treats me so well, but I never had a true friend in all the years that I've been here. And she hands you this kind of like, again, palm-sized rock that has like a face etched into it. I want to keep in contact with you as much as I can. These are sending stones. I worked with some of the contacts that I had to cure these. These allow us to, once a day, between the two of us, cast sending. So it is specifically attuned to me, and mine's specifically attuned to yours. So you can reach out to me, and I can reach out to you. I hope this is a way that you and I can keep in contact. And on the upper level, if there's something important that you need to convey to my father, or if my father needs to convey something to you, I will use these. But the only thing I ask is, maybe don't sell Suji right away. I want him to beg a little bit. I want him to send letters. I want him to have to reach out. Valia knows. I told him last night that I would be giving you this. In case, again, if there's an emergency, you need to reach out to my father. You can use this if you need to, and I will get it, and I will relay the message to my father. And I will tell my father after you've left. I've not told him yet that I've procured these, but I will tell my father after you've left that he doesn't have to wait for letters to be sent to you. I can contact you specifically. This is for you. I just don't want that to be missed. I got this for contact between you and me, Saishori. But I understand that there are problems going on right now that we need to possibly put our friendship on hold for bigger deals.
Shuri just kind of like cups her hands in hers, looks her in the eye, and he just starts bawling.
Don't start crying, because I'm gonna start crying.
No, Chris.
But she wraps her hands around yours, around the stone that she's handed you. Please stay safe. And, I've asked Valia to watch out for all of you, but if you can, watch out for him. He's a little bit of a reckless idiot.
I haven't known a lot of love in this life. It didn't even really have parental love. I'm happy that you let me experience your love. I appreciate you. And I will do anything for you. I'll look over Valir for you.
As you're holding her hands around the stone, she takes one hand off, grabs like the back of your neck, and pulls you in for a hug. Keep them safe. How I understand, you are their protector. The voice of reason in a sea of calamity. I look forward to your return. So many more outfits for you.
Thank you. I give her a really tight hug.
She pull her in for a tight hug, far tighter than she is ready for, as you are just a strong. Just crack. You hear a couple crack, 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 crack as you. Oh, that's a hug. That's a hug. Whew. So, I made sure several outfits are on board for you. Several cases of the perfume that we, found for you. There's a bath on board. Please, I know you will use it. Make sure they use it at least somewhat. They can. It doesn't have to be every day. It does not have to be every day. But most of them should bathe regularly.
I'll drive with their men.
You are strong. You can do this. You can make them bathe.
I'll do it.
Which one can tell you no? Tell me, Saishori, which one?
7.
Yeah, for sure.
We can strongly suggest that 7 should bathe.
I will.
She grabs your head, just puts your forehead to hers. You can do this. You are strong,
I'm
independent
strong.
woman.
I'm independent.
You've cast off. You've cast off your hood. You've cast off that binds you.
I cast it off what binds me.
You are destined for great things.
Okay.
I look forward to seeing every bit of it. And hopefully providing for what I can.
You're like a sugar mommy.
I don't know what that is.
Just a really good provider.
Do we hear her like sobbing in the corner over there?
I would
Is this
say
in the same room? Yeah, this is.
it's in the giant dining hall while other conversations are going on.
Oh, that's fair.
I will say Victip and Valir definitely you saw Viesa and Saishori go off to a corner,
Mm-hmm.
and you definitely hear like you hear the sobbing of two females off in a corner having a conversation. It's up to you how you interpret that conversation.
I mean, I kind of assume it's just friendship because she told me about the stones and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm just chalking it up to women being women. They're saying their goodbyes or something.
Good, mind your own.
But Saishori, Viesa brings you in for a final hug, and it's like I talked to Valia, and I know you will most certainly be back within the next couple of months. Just promise me you will return with them.
I will.
Well, good, and I will make sure I have something exquisite for you when you return.
Thank you. You're so talented.
You're so talented.
When will the bunny slippers be done?
Oh, they are in the crate of things I'm sending with you. The dresses, the everyday clothes, the things for you to. They're ready. They are exquisite.
Thank you. Can you send it back a holding?
Yes.
I was not expecting that shit.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Holy shit.
All right, Taishori, I'll give you a chance on this.
The power of friendship.
The power of sugar mommies.
All right. I will give you a. Oh, how do I want to do this? A question as a DM I don't get to ask often.
Persuasion.
So this is not a person. This is not a question of asking for it. This is a question of the luck that it's available before you leave in the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I will give you a choice. Either way, this is a 50-50. I will give you a choice of which version of 50-50 do you want. This is either a D20 roll, and you want the result to be 11 or higher, or this is a D100 roll, and you want the result to be a 51 or higher. I will give you the choice of which 50-50 you would rather take.
Big number equals big happy.
Take a second to decide. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I would do that D100, no problem.
I'm also testing a quick roll.
It is a game of D20s. We live and die by the D20.
That's pretty cool. You can roll a dice and send it just to DMs now. Or
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that they put GM instead DM, but
Yeah, I agree.
What's
I guess because it's a
fudge?
little weak.
Oh, I think it's because wait, what did you say?
Yeah. The fudge.
It's so weak.
I don't
They're just
I
fake
don't-
numbers. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
0 or 1s. Negative.
1D
I'm pretty
fudge.
sure. Oh,
Yeah, but like I don't know like what the actual functionality is. Maybe it's for like a DM to fudge numbers, but like I don't know how the mechanic would work. I don't know. It's weird either way.
it's okay. I do the D100. I've rolled so many of them.
And look,
It's always worked out very well for me.
Waiting for a moment.
You need that neurodivergent look. Go with the D100.
You can't argue that.
all right. I buy it.
Yeah.
I don't, but it makes sense for him.
Yeah. That's why I buy it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I rolled earlier.
Yeah, you gotta get you doing your test rolls on these.
Dude,
Oh,
I
you
rolled
rolled a
six
plus
earlier.
sign, a minus sign.
Oh yeah, we got the -1, the -1.
I rolled
Uh.
a 6 earlier, dude. I don't know what
Hey.
this says for me.
D100 usually means you can also get a better item too. Much worse. Depends on how she hurt you through the sobbing.
It's a straight 50-50, dude. Better item. It's
Yeah.
item or no item.
Yeah, that's what it seems like we're doing here.
Quick
But hey,
question.
the fact that you're potentially able to nab a bag of holding on a 50-50 is real good stuff though. So that's solid.
Our previous gold, they were in the bag of holding, right?
What?
Like in the group fund.
The group fund was very minor. It was only a couple of hundred gold. I got to check back in the notes. I think it was spent for something. If not, it's still there. It's only a couple hundred gold anyway. We're going to have to do at some point a new party fund for whatever the airship maintenance is. Or like whatever, like docking fees, the stuff that's not covered by our contract. So,
Okay, so we've been carrying our own gold.
that's well, That's been my assumption. I mean, that might be weighty. If you could say, oh, it's been in the bag of holding, or some of it has. I do have some space. All I know is mine's been in the bag of holding. Most of it, at least. But I know that I don't know exactly how much gold everybody has. I know we do have a lot, at least a couple of us.
For sure. I barely spend my gold.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we need to start paying attention to that. Because like now we know that there's the hard coin limit of the bag of holding, which isn't actually that many. 25,000 coins.
It's technically
Damn.
a lot of coins, but still, yeah. Plus, we
It's-
obviously don't want to carry 2,500.
Yeah, well, but I don't know
Wait,
exactly.
2,500? No, you mean 25,000.
What he said.
That's what I
For some
said.
reason I heard 2,500.
Because I have like 160 in platinum, and then I have like almost 3K gold. I don't know why. I assumed most of it was like in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess in this campaign, yeah, we don't have that much. Yeah, so it makes sense right now. Like, it's the same deal here. Like, right now on my person, I have 2,000 gold and 66 platinum. So, yeah, that's probably what it is, But I guess the point is to say that at this point, with the amount of gold that's remaining, you guys got to figure out, like, logistically what it looks like. Like, what are you breaking down to platinum, and trying to store? I'll try to get a general idea of, like, how much room I have in the current bag of holding. But obviously, if she gets hers, then, changes things a little bit. Like, I don't know how much each person can realistically carry on them. I know 7 just got all the carrying capacity, but
7 is I sure you can carry a shit ton of money.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's so the point of gold carrying capacity. And this is what I'll say out there. It's not so much how much of it you can carry. It's how much of it are you carrying on you that does not look like a target for any thief,
Yeah.
Tom, Dick, and Harry to be like, money bags over there needs to get slashed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this gigantic. Don't mind the sack of coins I'm carrying.
Yes, that or oh god, he's carrying a treasure chest through town.
What's that
Guess we're gonna wait
clanking
for
noise
him
that
to go
keeps
to
happening
sleep.
whenever he steps?
Let him fucking try, dude.
Look, I can put on
Okay.
my
So-
elf boots again. I'll be
So
quiet.
break down your stuff. The moral of the story is break down a lot. Keep some gold. Break some of your stuff down to platinum, and there will be room in the bag of holding. But we'll see how this roll goes. Too.
And again, for the idea of this, for real world comparison, this is also for an idea of when you guys go to smaller towns. The dudes who go to shops and drop platinum are essentially the guys that are going to small town businesses dropping $100 bills.
Yeah, we have to keep some gold, and in fact, some silver would also be a good idea. But that's,
So it's
for
the combination of what is convenient for you and what puts a target on your back.
Hypothetically,
It's up to you
how
what
much
you
is
guys
a, is a target? Would like 500 gold be a target? We'd all been carrying around a decent chunk.
Depends on what you
Assumption-
spend in public.
I guess the assumption is the bigger amounts of money have been in the bag of holding, which we've had since we got the large amount of money.
Yeah.
So for this, because we had a similar discussion when you remember when there was that big gold fund, and then some of us, took a little extra, and then we got paid. Yeah, so we had a lot of gold at that point. So
DM, I did my practice rolls. I'm ready to pick.
All right, I have not seen any rolls happen. So which one are you choosing? D20 or
it is then?
D100?
oh no,
I saw your practice rolls. D100 or D20? Which one are you choosing right now? Which one is the next roll you make? This is you need to make the decision now. I see all your practice rolls.
I think Are her rolls going to you? I don't see it. Maybe I'm glitching.
The
No, they're going to
fudge
him.
rolls.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
I see the ones directly to me. Are you saying the last one you sent me is the roll you're going with?
No.
Are you okay? So, right now, Rose, the next roll you make is the roll I will go off of.
Okay.
You can either do it publicly or you can do it in private. Your choice. It's either a D20 or a D100. You want the top 50% of whichever roll you're going.
Okay, here we go. Ah!
All right. As you have this conversation with Viesa, she looks at you and says, I mean, I can get you if you need a bag of holding, I can get you one. It might take me a couple of days. I can definitely have it sent to you wherever you're going next. But I won't have it ready for you when you leave in a few hours.
Oh, a couple days is perfectly okay.
Do you know where you're going next? Have you figured out your trajectory? Because I can have one ordered and sent to a particular spot depending on as long as it's within Falthea, especially if it's in Falthea. If it's in Falthea, I can definitely have one delivered to the Sevens Deadly Sins.
Yeah, we're going to Dranson's Harbor? Is that what it's called?
Dranson's. Yeah, Dranson's Harbor.
Ransoon.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can. Yeah, leave me the information. I can have one procured and sent there, and hopefully it'll make it there before you reach landfall in a couple days, couple of weeks, a week and a half. I will have something sent, and you let me know on the stone when you are there, and I will let you know if it's there.
That works perfectly. Thank you.
Of course, no problem. It's going to be hard without you here. There's a lot going on here, but again, I appreciate the friendship we've made in the last week or so.
I'm gonna give her a big old hug before I walk off.
The two of you embrace. She brings you in close. You feel the combination of, tears of joy and sorrow, of the combination of having a close friend she's made along the way, but also having to see you off. Eventually, she lets you go and says, "Well, you all have things to discuss, and I have a few more things to make sure I have ready to go before the rest of you leave. So I will leave you to the rest of breakfast, and I will see you before you depart." But she lets you go on your way. The rest of you spend the rest of the morning having conversations with Andy, with Ida Lily, with some of the staff here, making sure you have everything you need. At some point, 7.
Yes.
Andy pulls you aside.
Mm-hmm.
7. I want to personally thank you for everything you did for me down in the caverns as we were making our way to Corpia. You went out of your way, you went above and beyond to make sure I was taken care of in a position of being absolutely fucking useless.
It's all right. You were better than Vintith and lighter.
I appreciate that. Well, I want to let you know. And
Sorry about your hand
see,
again.
honestly, it's been a week now. My hand has been very well taken care of. I appreciate the fact that me punching you in the face kept us both alive longer, or kept
Yeah.
me alive longer. You were good. You were never bad. You were never in a position of yes. Anyway, you see, he kind of like motions to a couple of servants behind him who push like a chest forward to you. So I know I've made deals with everybody in your party, and I had a specific one with you. I want to make sure you got everything that was due to you.
Thank you. I'm so
Um,
excited.
You see, he lists the top of a chest, and you can see under it there are 5,000 gold pieces,
Yeah.
as well as on top a beautifully crafted, full crown piece that has gem inlays of,
Yeah.
you know.
I know what's in it. I know what that is.
All hail King 7.
Yeah, there's 5.
Finally, he
Well,
says.
He got the title. He got the title, and he got the crown.
It's a full crown piece containing all the accoutrement of gems. Fuck you. Come on. But on top of that, you see he hands you in the chest. You see again this gem piece, 5,000 gold pieces, and he pulls out like, again, I know you did not specifically ask for these, but these were my team was able to pull together.
Oh.
And he hands you 2 items with cards on them. I was told this is roughly what they do. I leave it to you to decide if it's worth pursuing or it should be okay. It should be fine.
Yes. I want them. I'm going to use the one thing immediately and yell at Diplomat. That's Vintith.
I mean, I'm watching this happen since considering I was talking to Andy right before, so. What? 7.
Make a charisma save.
Yeah.
A charisma save?
You heard him.
Well,
bitch.
Damn. Again.
Nice.
You mean again? Why again?
Right. I mean, Vinteth, you feel a magical surge whoosh. So, I'll explain for everybody in the room. As 7 is pulled aside for Andy, Andy opens a chest. You see 7 pull something out, points over to Vinteth, and you see a wand in his hand.
oh my god.
Vinteth, you feel a strange compulsion come over you that you are able to resist, but then you feel that compulsion again. Give me another charisma save.
Oh my gosh.
14.
You are able to continue to shrug it off.
I don't.
You are feeling something being cast over you by 7.
Yes. What?
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? What is this?
I'm on a cavallo. Last one.
One more time. Give me a charisma saving.
12.
Damn it.
Wait, is
You are
that
able.
Oh,
You are
no,
able to
that's the
shrug off
same.
the effects of whatever this is.
I'm just shutting my mouth and staring at him now. Like, Every time I open my mouth, something happens. I'm just stopping. I'm looking around the room. Like anybody?
This is the best thing you could have given me. Candy.
I'm not 100% sure what I've given you, but as long as you are happy, Seven,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I can do the magic now.
That is, from what I understand, a very important thing.
Yes.
From Vintet stop talking, is it a silencing wand?
Nope.
What is that? How do you even know how to use it?
You swing it at him. It's like a sword, but different.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Ravi, what the fuck is he doing?
Am I in the room for this?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
do have to do this too, don't
Uh,
I?
this is at breakfast.
Over the 3 castings, can I make an Arcana check to identify the spell?
Sure, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, why did my character sheet close? There it is.
Wouldn't he technically be able to
Man,
roll 3
it is-
times?
It is, well, I don't know. That's on him, but
Or maybe twice.
I would say it's once at the end because like it happened immediately, happened again. At
Yeah.
that point, everyone's looking at it. Ravi, it's definitely a spell. There's a wand in Seven's hand casting arcane magic.
well,
You are unsure what the fuck's going on.
Well, he's casting some sort of a spell on you, Vinta. That I know. Are you okay?
Andy, why did you give him a fucking wand? What is this?
He asked me for cool shit. I did some research. I found some cool shit.
What does it do? Why is he casting shit on me?
I don't know. I gave him a card that said what it did. I'm not magic. What conversation / travel you with me do you understand that I think I know what magically inclined shit does?
You could have let us identify the things first.
You didn't even have to.
I wasn't prepared for him to pick it up and use it.
You should always be prepared for Seven to pick it up and use it.
Well, now I know.
What are you trying to do to me?
I wasn't. Look, I'm prepared for Vintet to pick shit up and use it.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Got you.
Seven? Oh, he's on the phone. God damn it.
Seven's in a trance.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that was, but I'm sure he's gonna keep using on you randomly.
It didn't feel. Did it feel dangerous to me at all?
I'm start trying to identify this other item.
Give me an insight check.
10.
Hard to say. It didn't necessarily feel malicious, but you don't know.
He's making me want to cast something back at him, and I'm not in the fucking mood to be casting spells at him because it's going to turn into a fight, and I don't want to fight Seven. So,
especially right before we get on our new.
I had a whole thing planned. I was going to gather everybody around and say a prayer. Now I'm just fucking mad.
Oh.
What the fuck? I'm assuming he's discussing whatever the fuck our plan is for the plane in 6 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, well, assuming Seven doesn't stop me, I'm gonna try to identify one of the items.
I like how Seven acts. He would just pull it away from you.
It's possible he might. So that's why I said That's why I said if possible.
I will say, at a bare minimum, I would say anyone who approaches 7 can give me a perception check to see what he's holding, or at least the things he has in front of him.
I mean, yeah. 15.
All right.
All right, what the fuck?
What?
I'm more so doing a perception check on like the crown
Nah.
thing he got.
Oh my
Not my
god! You
day.
guys just give up.
Not my day.
He goes give up and he goes back on the phone. This motherfucker.
He's like, I'm not worried about you
He's
guys.
on that Sigma grind set.
Cool. I mean, Vintet, you see, currently, I mean, he's holding a wand. Like, that's indisputable. There's a wand in his hand.
I'm gonna break the fucking thing. Like, why is he casting it at me?
Give me a post athletics check.
What? No way.
Motherfucker.
Here,
You rolling for?
I'm gonna. Just pulling the sheet up.
Fuck.
No! Slap!
What are these athletic checks now?
Yeah, it was your athletics check.
Mine. Sorry,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
dad called. He just got out the hospital. He has congestive heart failure. He's fine. So I have to make this here. You guys are rolling for me now.
You're
Yeah.
for me.
I made it for you,
Oh,
and you won. You won.
hell yeah!
Vintet tried to steal the wand out of your hand, and you just
How would that work?
no.
The fuck is it?
Did he use it like a
Mine!
pimp cane and just slap him?
What
with-
are you casting on me?
Magic.
What magic specifically?
One that is very amusing to me.
Will it harm me?
No. It will annoy you, but that's about it. And
I
for
swear
a
to God,
very
if it's some stupid fucking thing like a wand of Tasha's hideous laughter or some shit, like
no,
what the fuck?
don't worry about it.
7, we don't use magic on friends unless it's helpful.
I'm gonna look.
So I will say,
Rob.
if he's Valir, are you keeping track of everything that's going on right now?
Yeah.
So as this is happening, obviously this conversation is happening. 7 is holding a wand in his hand that him and Vinteth are like half fighting over. You look down at the chest that your father has presented to 7.
Mhm.
There is a stack of gold coins. On top of the stack of gold coins, you see a pretty encrusted crown that has at each point of the crown has gems ranging from amethyst, ruby, sapphire, amber, and onyx.
Baller.
Next to that, you see a small box. In the box, you can see it's hard to make out distinct features of it, but from the best you can see at a quick glance while this conversation is happening between 7 and Vinteth, there seems to be small figurines of like a fish, a frog, a like water droplet, and like some other like a strawberry. Like it's a weird combination of like almost like pots essentially in a box situation.
They're like figurines.
Kind of.
These are Seven's items. He asked for the best things, which was random magic items.
Gosh. Of course.
But you don't even know what they do.
Nice.
Yes, I do. I can read.
Oh, he's got the cards.
So what does the wand do?
I'm not telling you. I will tell Valir if he will not tell you. I will tell everyone as long as they do not tell you.
I'll sign up for that
So
right now,
fucking petty.
Seven. I will not tell him.
Get Robbie. It makes me make him smile for a minute if it works.
I was close. Not that the character knows, but I was close.
Yeah. You just smile for
I love
1
it.
minute.
I love it.
Can't even be mad at that.
Maybe
That's-
it did
that's-
work, but he is incapable of
That's-
smiling.
That's a great idea, Seven.
What's
You
a
know,
great
I-
idea? What are you talking about? What does it do?
I told him I would not tell you, and I'm not going to go back on my words. Seven.
That's a verbal contract.
Mm.
I don't think you could afford it.
he is correct.
He's fucking learning. I can't stand it.
For those that saw it, I post what the picture of this looks like for Seven and Valir of the other object that's in there.
Oh, I love
Oh, that's cool.
it. Yeah.
Oh man, he's just gonna use these randomly. We're not gonna know what the heck is happening.
I was gonna try to have like a nice heartfelt moment before we all fucking split up and get back to doing things. That would just fuck it up.
You
We can
could
still
have if
have-
you
we
just
can still
Made
smiled.
this more accurate.
We could still have the heartfelt moment. It would have been great if you had a
Oh.
beaming smile on your face during the whole
Yeah.
prayer.
You have to ruin it by knocking.
I will also say this out of campaign. This is that's Manny randomly rolled for this. This is my favorite magic item that ever existed in D&D.
What? This is a thing?
Yes.
The random figure? What the hell is it?
It is literally perfect for Seven.
The thing that I sent to Manny and to Manny and Dan or David are the thing. It's one of my favorite magic items that ever existed.
Which one?
The picture I just sent you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I sent
is-
you and Manny a picture
Yeah,
of what
yeah,
the thing
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Manny
Gotcha.
knows what it does.
I'll
It's
ask him.
so great.
I'll ask him later.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite magic items.
I'll just give a look to Seven, like, you know, I'll just be like this, and just like tell her, like, we could talk later
Yeah.
about it, because I am
Ah.
really curious.
Oh, this is even better. So now I get to keep. We're gonna make this real secrets. I'm going to send it to you in your DMs.
Nice.
It's perfect for me.
Ah. I hate you sometimes.
I
Motherfucker.
Damn it. I have you as a friend on here, right?
don't know.
No one adds each other on this.
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, I see you.
This is what the other thing does.
You're sending them both.
No, just the one.
Okay.
Because I told everyone what the wand does,
Ah, yes.
except Vintep. Only he knows what this is. I'm not saying the other thing out loud because this is gonna be so much better.
Well, nobody seems to be concerned, so I don't. As long as it's not going to harm me, I still don't want you to fucking cast it on me. But it doesn't seem like it's harmful, so I'm less
No.
aggravated.
If anything, it would brighten your day up if it works.
Don't tell me that, because I don't want you to. No. Seven, just no.
Okay.
So the rest of the breakfast goes Seven, you are presented with your items. Saishori, you are presented with your gift from Viesa. The rest of the morning goes without event. Somewhere mid-afternoon or so, as you all continue to gather your things, your documents, any information you need to take with you as you prepare for your departure from Silicon Valley. Eventually, you all look up. You watch as the giant spider-webbed dome starts to retract. You see as starts small, opening, starts to open, retract, pull back. You see a ship start to descend upon Silicon Valley, landing in the dock area where you all gathered about a week and a half ago. As a ship lands, docks, you can see it from the Warsanok estate. Your ship, the ship that was ordered for you via your contract. Andy looks at all of you and it's like, well, I guess it's time to start heading that way. It's been good having you all here, and again, if there's anything you need, please feel free to reach out and I will do my best with the limited time I have to research anything that is helpful to what you guys are currently working. You see he starts waving orders to some of his men to start bringing supplies and things down to the docks to start loading up the ship. All right, we probably have an hour or so before everything is loaded and ready to go. So, say goodbyes, gather your supplies, and be ready to go within the next hour. Anything else anyone would wish to do before you officially leave Silicon Valley?
The last thing I would do, I would just gather my parents and my sister. And yeah, just I guess meet them in the whatever common room we have.
Mm.
And just uh family's been through a lot. Doesn't matter where all the trauma or bad decisions or whatever you want to call it came from. We all wear the Borsanok name. You guys are we're all family. Clearly, we care for one another. We were all worried about each other's well being when everything was happening. Keep that in mind. If you guys need anything from me, you know where I'll be at. Contact me with whatever. I won't be hard to track this time, obviously. But please keep me updated of whatever happens around here. It was a bit I guess you could say hurtful, not knowing what's been going around for some time around here. You know, as I said before, yes, I missed your last wedding. Uh, and just everything that's been going on with you, Father. It's just been a lot. I just hope, well, I know I'm not one to talk, considering that you guys sent me away and getting kicked out of the monastery, but I just hope, I can make you proud. And just know I'll be here for each and every one of you, no matter what the situation is. Watch out for each other, take care of each other, We're the Warshanocks. Who doesn't know us?
You see your father smiles. Oh, well said, Valia. Yes, we will make sure we hold things down here while you and your friends do us a considerable and unfathomable kindness as you go out and right my wrongs, follow up on the threads that have bound this family for some time. I can never stress how grateful I am to you and your friends for everything you've done for just us. And everything you will do for your sister and your mother for things to come. While my fate has all but been determined, you have a chance to rewrite what is destined for our family. Go forth and write us a new history.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Appreciate the words, but enough with the sentiments. I'm just happy to see everybody still here. We'll be back. I'll be back. Should I say? I'll be back to visit.
You fucking better.
Yes. I will.
And I mean that to you and all of your friends. You all better be back. Like that is a demand, not a request.
As we all slightly consider breaking the contract.
I'll be
Seeing
back.
as I'm the only one who gets shit done around here anyway. You wouldn't be here if I wasn't so persistent that you return home.
Yes. I know. I'll be back. Don't worry.
You see your sister comes up to you, punches you in the arm. It doesn't hurt, but you pretend it does. Come back.
I will.
We have plenty of things to discuss.
Sure we do. And I kind of just bring my whole family for this group little hug.
Get a nice hug going on. Reluctant, but your mother doesn't join.
Of course.
Valir, you push away from your family as they wish you and your friends goodbye. As you all gather your things, you make your way down to the port. You make your way through Silicon Valley one last time. You see, I would say everybody give me an insight check.
Dude,
The
you're rolling terribly.
the hits just keep coming today.
Perfectly balanced as all things.
Jeez.
Cool. 2, 3, 5. Who didn't roll? Suji? No, Suji rolled. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No,
Oh, jeez. First, no, that's religion.
7.
I
7.
did.
Same
I
seven.
I rolled an 11 on my insight.
I see it. I see
Oh,
it
it's
now.
above it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. As you all make your way through the town, Vinteth and Suji. Far different from when you first came, and definitely far different from when you guys start to make your descent after the shunning of the Warsanok family to the caves below. As the airship that you have ordered lands in the bay, you see a combination of excitement and wonder on a lot of the families and people about of this new transportation, this new thing that has come to their city. You don't get any signs of resentment or judging that you had when you were first making your way through town to help the Warsanoks. But Vinteth, in the back of your head, you can't help but feel a strenuous truce. Everybody here is happy to see you off, but are they also... Is there also just a level of, oh, they're off, but things could get better for everybody else if they were to fail? Just in the back of your head, there's this tiny moat that you're feeling. But as you make your way through town, back to the port that you originally landed here, you see ahead of you a slightly smaller, but still grandiose skyship. 70 feet from tip to tail. Several layers deep. Again, not as extravagant as the cruise liner that you all traveled here in, but certainly a step up from the vessel you have skipped across the symphony on. You see in big etched in, and then in a filigree of arcane magic on the side, 7's deadly sins. Your ship. The ship that will take you from here to where you need to go. Crew on board that you need to talk to, interrogate, make sure they are prepared for what is to come next. As you begin, you watch as all of the accoutrement, all of the different rations and things that you have gathered for the last couple days are starting to load onto the ship. You have a target in sight. There's a captain on board, and there's a crew ready for you to interrogate to make sure they are on the up and up. That is where we'll end tonight's session, and we will pick up next week as you prepare to interrogate the crew as you asked for, to make sure they are ready for your travels to the waste and beyond. 7's deadly sins is ready for takeoff. Let's move into the next session.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
True.
Well,
Cool.
we,
Cool.
we
Shit
finally have
happened.
our airship.
Gosh.
You have a ship?
Think 7 has magic.
Oh,
That
God,
is his
this guy.
takeaway from
Oh yeah,
from the.
That's all he cares about any of this is that he has a wand now.
I have a wand.
Seven asked me for generic magic shit.
Tinkers, why have I felt stupid this entire day? Something's just been very wrong.
Atmosphere.
I guess.
Oh, I can't wait to use the other item.
Yeah. For the record, Seven was the only one who said, "I don't really want anything. Can I just have anything?" And I said, "Roll me magic item table."
That's magic item
Right,
table is always a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I gave you guys all a shopping spree, he's like, "I don't want anything. Can I roll for it?" I'm like, "You certainly can."
Yeah. I think I have consistently chose the best option for 7.
I don't like him having a wand.
The wand is the least of your
Yeah, no.
concern.
No, we don't know what the other item does.
The
and he
other
won't
thing is
tell us.
worse. The other
Dude.
thing is infinitely worse.
Yeah.
It's
also
cool.
like-
It's cool though.
it's very cool. It's
I-
probably the
I guess we're gonna have to
Back to
wait
what-
until he uses it on me and I find out the hard way.
oh, I can't use the other thing on you.
David, if he sent you the whole thing, he rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I get
Like,
everything.
He gets everything. Like there's no half measure here. I gave him a chance and he rolled a 4. I'm like, well, we're doing it, I guess.
This is literally the best worst thing for me to get.
With nobody knowing what it does, Seven's going to have so much fun with this thing.
For reals.
Is
It's-
it an attunement item?
No,
No.
not at all.
I see. All right, I'm gonna look up what the worst non-attunement items could possibly be.
I'll give you 10 guesses. You still can't get it.
I probably won't. Probably it's gonna be. Some
You could probably do it
nonsense.
40. He won't get it.
Nah, 40 he will probably get close eventually.
Yeah.
It's a really good, just fun magic item.
It's so much.
It's because again, because of what he said to me, I rolled on the fun magic item table and he got one generic kind of cool one and then one, oh god, this could be groundbreaking, but I think Seven's just not going to make it groundbreaking yet.
Not yet.
Item
Yeah.
yet. Like he needs the item that we're talking about, he needs one of your guys' intelligence to make it broken. Seven by himself will have fun with it, but he needs one of you guys to break it to make it a broken item.
Yeah.
I know where all his ASI is going.
At this point, I've got I'd like to know what it does, but I feel like there's just too much going on right now for Robbie to really press this. Like, tell me what it does. Like, at this point, if he wants to know, wants me to identify or whatever, I can.
Oh no, 7 read it. He's leaving at what he read on the thing as factual.
Yeah.
If you want to know, you too could read the card, but you cannot touch my items. These are 7s. He will fight everybody for it.
I mean, if you let me read the card, yeah, I'd read the card. But I
Yeah.
get it. You're not letting me cast identify on it. You've made
No.
that clear.
If you cast identify and you say out loud anything, 7 will put you in the ground.
Initiative will be rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll attempt.
Oh. With that item, I don't have to.
You need time. You need time.
I know. The player knows what he's going to do, but he can't do the things he wants to for a while.
I will say, Brad, you have heard me talk about this item.
I'm not gonna attempt.
I
right
know,
now.
I
It's
know.
like, I just
It's
I don't
fine.
care.
I want to
It's-
leave it up to mystery, honestly.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some fucking moment where someone's like, "Oh yeah, I have this thing. Watch this, guys." It's like, what the fuck?
No, Seven's just gonna. Things are just gonna happen. And you're like, what's going on? It's like, there's a traitor on the ship, guys.
But again, if we haven't ended yet, I thank you all for
Yeah.
playing. Thank you all for coming along this last leg of. I just wanted to make sure we accomplished everything in Silicon Valley. I planned on this being the first day of travel, but Vinteth and Valir asked the very right questions that pushed us another day. So I will appreciate that because nobody currently had that information. So it was good information to get.
No one had what information?
Nobody asked Andy about the unread letters. Like
Yeah.
that was a big piece that if nobody asked about, you guys would have just left.
And the
So,
Faraxi connection and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there was a lot of good information gathered in this last like leg of this. Like, hey, we found a bunch of shit out. Like, oh god, we should talk about it. So I appreciate the fact that you guys asked the questions, got there on your own, and are able to leave with a little bit more information.
Yeah.
I will be clear with all of you. I was not ready for Katori to have a conversation tonight. Like that was not on my list of shit that was going on. I'm like, oh, all right. So, yeah, no, a lot of fun shit happened, and I appreciate the fact that you all are still asking questions because there's a lot of bullshit going on. So,
Just a little bit.
You make us ask questions.
oh,
I hope so. I will leave you. I'll leave all of you. You guys are going to get onto your airship. You're going to start making your way to your next target. Now, we can discuss next session whether that's going to be a stop off in, as Revi has asked for, in Danaran, or if that's a straight shot to Theris. You guys can start figuring out where you're next once you guys get on the airship and start figuring out where you're going. I will have your ship specs in chat before next week, so that way you guys get an understanding of like what it means for all the points you guys bought, of like what its speed is, where your maneuverability are.
What sort of weapons and blah blah
Exactly.
blah. Yeah.
So that way we have that set for in case there's aerial combat, if there's just how figuring out how long. I gave you kind of a rough idea of what, with the speed you guys currently have on your ship to go from here directly to Theris, how long it should take you with no stops. But I will have that all built out in Thursday chat before next week to give you an idea of, hey, here's your ship stats.
Cool.
But yeah, other than that, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for continuing your weird journey into perpetual bullshit, because that's where we're at.
Good night, Dream.
Alternate
Nice
stream
dream.
title:
Nice
dream.
Perpetual bullshit. Good night. Stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.